Forever. Come on, baby, light my fire. Ready for the show. Shake your booty, feel the music. Please don't ever go. I don't care, I'm so excited. Now I feel so free. Paradise into your eyes, so let it be. All the time, I need your shiny smile. Tonight I'm really gonna play. You know that life is just a game. Forever young, we're all for one. Forever love and fun, until the morning sun. Forever.
Welcome to Fate Prism. This is going to be session number 25, and we're going to have a bit of a different session this time around, but we'll get into the reasons why in a moment. First off, we have AI Ignis.
I'm staying awake by coffee and a dream.
We have Atlas Core,
I'm just staying awake. I'm not sure how.
and we have Suba.
Something's not right here. Someone's missing.
You are correct. And that would be Raven. See, he had to go and do a thing in real life with family, and that's caused him to run a little bit late. But we've already accommodated for that in the story and the session that we're going to be running today.
Whoa, real life.
Imagine having to interact with your family. I
Couldn't
love
be
my
you.
family though. I know no. I don't have a choice in that matter.
Uh,
I have 3 younger siblings. I don't have a choice in that matter.
Quick recap on what happened in the last session. You guys won your 8th regalia, which was Fulmo's pistols. And after that, you quickly got into a direct challenge with Jensen and Valios, the first and second commanders of the Thunderforce, in an attempt to rally the troops and make the Thunderforce feel better.
Oh,
Which you also won. And as a result, you got to raid their supplies. You got to raid their confiscated evidence locker for anything that they are not about to pawn off or sell off in an auction.
woohoo!
Now, I have a list of items here, and I have already pre-approved everything that you've requested. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that everybody gets what they need, and we're going to make sure Joseph does too, even though he's not here, and we're going to try and make this work as best we can until he shows up. You guys go into the evidence locker, which isn't just a literal locker, it's basically a storage shed, if nothing else, that keeps everything in the most pristine condition that it can. And inside, you find a treasure trove of confiscated weapons, items, rings, potions, you name it, there is probably something of it here. And starting off, Barry, you find a loot goblin-sized payload of the following items. 2 Treton shields, 4 tridents, a white ring, a purple ring, a silver ring, a black ring, a yellow ring, 2 large HP potions, and 2 medium HP potions.
Oh hell yeah! Straight
God
pimp.
damn.
Straight pimp.
Why the hell do you need 2 shields?
Because I have 2 arms, potentially 4, because of the Nova Gauntlets.
Yeah, he's
Why
gonna
do you
try
need-
and he's gonna try and like omnidirectionally increase his offense and defense at the same time during the 3 rounds that he can do it.
See, here's the thing. My goal with this was I wanted to just get a bunch of different weapons for different purposes. You know,
So you got
like
a trident to stab people, a trident to puncture people, a trident to run people through, and a trident to shank people, right?
no.
That's what you need 4 of them?
No. They're tritons to throw at people.
Right, of course. I should have known.
They can be thrown, they have reach. You basically just became an omnidirectional threat.
Yeah, no, I am become porcupine. It doesn't matter which direction you come at me from, you're getting stuck.
You're
Now-
like those hairy caterpillars.
Now, Among the loot goblins' findings here, Gregory also got his hands on a few items of his own. Specifically, he got a red ring, an orange ring, a blue ring, a purple ring, a black ring, a brown ring, a small MP potion, and 3 large.
Mana. I need it.
Clearly. Now, while you guys were doing that, Joseph happened to get his hands on an interesting little treasure trove of his own. He found a small depository of gold ammunition and a couple of pistols to use it with. So now he's armed to the teeth with something unique, and the ammunition is going to be of different types, so he can use it basically across any weapon he wants that can do 2 damage. I'm not going to hard code this to only work with the pistols, that's kind of dumb. The only thing I will say, though, is that since it's gold ammunition, it will not gain any benefits from regalia use, nor will any other gold weapons you're currently using.
Yeah, kind of fair.
And while they're all doing that and having a field day with all the little things, Ignis over here has just kind of been pondering and wandering around the room until he spots something in the corner, an unusual-looking fabric tarp. And upon pulling it back, he reveals an older model of motorcycle. Pure black, stainless steel. Not quite a chopper, not quite a pocket rocket, somewhere in between. And it is screaming your name.
Ignis just hops on, turns it on, and then just revs it up.
And it sounds like it just came off the lot. The engine is roaring nice and loud, and it purrs like a car should, which does not make an ounce of sense, but I think it's fucking hysterical that it is very happy to see you. So yeah, Ignis and I actually talked about this. This was the only thing he wanted, which means that now you guys have full run of the car that he is still currently paying for.
What a sucker.
He would, of course, like you guys to help with the payments if you can, but, he's at a point now where money doesn't mean very much to him.
Pretty much, yeah.
You went from a character who had virtually no money to speak of to having more than you'll ever need. How's that for fucking character development?
Yeah.
Life is good. Life
Literal
is good.
rags to riches. Rags to riches, bitches.
Indeed. And Anashi, you know what this means, right?
What?
You have to update my character sheet on the Discord with all my new minor resists.
I know, and I will get to that later on when the session is over.
Yeah.
Now, once you guys have picked up your loads, I assume you're going to be heading out to go to wherever it is you plan to go. Not that I don't already know, I'm just saying. And on your way out the door, you run into Chimo, who looks like she just lost a fight with a sentient piece of concrete. She is pulling pieces of rock out of every crevice of her clothing.
Timo, great to see you. You don't look so good.
I have spent the last 10 hours cleaning concrete and debris from the sewer system.
Ooh. That's rough.
Man, what happened?
And she just stares at Gregory.
I'm just gonna lean down to Gregory. She's gonna stab you one day. She gonna stab you one day.
Oh yeah, real quick, there was something me and Alice were talking about a certain thing the other day, and I wanted to incorporate that into the story.
What's that?
We were?
Yeah, it's hold on. I'm gonna just boop.
Oh dear. What have you sent me?
The thing we
Gives
talked
me
about.
time to update my resistance.
Well, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, you know what? It probably... Yeah, hey, Nanashi, Ignis is gonna let me keep the Nova Knuckles.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, but I was more so thinking of more in an in-character way.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, well, if you guys want to have that conversation real quick, feel free. We got time.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I imagine we're in the midst of shoveling loot into our bags, figuratively speaking.
Yeah.
And it's oh, hey, Ignis, did you, I know you lent me these to try in that fight, but did you, want these back? Holds up both the Nova Knuckles.
Ignis thinks about it and then just you know what? You can keep them.
Nice.
They're more suited for you after all.
I do like using my hands.
Besides, Ignis pulls out the dust crisp. I kinda like this more.
Yeah, it's a bit your style. Quick, stabby, slashy shit. Why did I go full Skaven there for a second?
I have no idea.
You ever say something and you're just like, what the fuck did I just say?
I know. Chimo is still disgruntled, and she goes, and the worst part is, I still am not done. I have one more thing I have to do before I can even go home.
Ooh, what's that?
I have to go do a wellness check on Nash. The king ordered it earlier this morning, so now I have to go and do it because I'm the only one free.
Ooh. Yeah, he was very worried about Nash. That makes sense. He probably just asleep in his house.
Maybe, but I at least have to go and do the job. It'll probably be a 5-minute jaunt over there and back, but...
Yeah. Here, hold on. Hold real still for just a second. Barry's gonna, like, flick a piece of concrete out of her hair.
And she just glares at you. Thanks.
You want to be clean, don't you? Don't give me that look.
She rolls her eyes. Joseph will pipe up in the corner and say, while you guys are doing that, something along the lines of, while you guys are doing that, he's gonna go make a trip over to see Thanatos, which immediately gets Chimo's attention. And the two of them talk it over for a quick minute, and since I don't want to talk like two characters at the same time, I'm just gonna say their conversation basically goes down to, Joseph's gonna go with Chimo down to see Nash and make sure he's okay, and then the two of them are gonna go and see Thanatos right after.
All right, cool beans. Splitting the party. Keep your earbud in, and just in case anything goes keep that radio on in case anything goes awry.
And Chimo nods a little. So, from here, if I understand correctly, we're all kind of going to go and do different things. I'm going to save the thing with Joseph for last. Ignis wanted to go and talk to Miranda, and Barry wanted to go home and read over the paperwork that he picked up regarding Whitmore's findings. Now, Suba, what did Gregory want to do while all this was happening? I had assumed you wanted to go shopping for some more supplies, but you just got everything you would ever need. So, what do you want to do?
I believe I gotta make a concoction of sorts.
Oh, right. You wanted to make the Chug Jug a potion.
Yes. Look, Calamity into Chug Jug kind of goes crazy, not gonna lie.
Alright, so with that in mind, I think the best option would be for you to go with Barry back to the house. So you can use the table at your collective place to do this more accurately.
Now that's where we keep our funnels.
Yeah, it's where you keep all your supplies.
We're just gonna have it overnight in one of those big barrels you use to homebrew wine.
Sure, why not?
Dude, fermenting health potions?
You have no idea about what the Polish mind is capable of.
Imagine getting drunk off the health potion and then the health potion kicks in and removes the drunkenness.
That'd be hysterical.
A hangover,
Dude,
causer and cure in the same drink.
Dude, this mana potion ain't shit.
This mana potion ain't shit. 1 hour later.
Alright, so from here, I would say Chimo and Joseph are going to go off and check on Nash before heading down to the Grey Domain. Gregory and Barry, I guess, will take the car back to the house.
Yep.
Yeah, I need someone to drive me. I don't have my license.
Well, as it happens,
You can't fit in the driver's seat.
I can't fit in the driver's seat.
you can't.
Yeah, you're just curled up in the fetal position. You have to step on the gas with your big
He's
toe.
like the really tall guy from that Simpsons episode that climbs out of the tiny little clown car. Do you have issues with my automobile?
I was thinking more so fucking Bob from The Incredibles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that too. And he climbs out of the car, shuts the door so hard he leaves his fingerprints in it.
Yeah.
See, I was
God
thinking
damn it.
about freaking Shaquille O'Neal
Oh, yeah, that
getting
too.
into a tiny car.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy. I try to remember there was a movie, Police Academy. There's a guy in there that was so tall he had to take out the front seat behind the driver's wheel and sit in the back seat just so that he could reach the steering wheel and the pedals properly.
That joke is for all our old head viewers.
I will send you a clip of that just so that I can torment you with the knowledge that you will never have. Anyways.
Got him.
Oh, I saw a clip of this. Interesting.
Alright, so back on topic. Barry and Gregory are going to head back to the house with the car, which means that Ignis gets to do a crash course with his brand new motorcycle. So,
Alright, well, here we go.
I'm going to need you to give me a quick drive roll to see how well you are able to get from where you are to Miranda's place.
I believe in you. Don't roll all minuses.
I got a +5 in drive. It's fine.
Yeah, even at his lowest, he's only going to hit a +1.
Yep.
Okay,
And
it's
I- and
six.
it's a +6.
I just imagine that because of his current affinity, he revs up the engine and then shoots off, and then Geet style just adds in his own fire to make himself propel out of there at the speed of fucking sound.
Barry's like actually impressed. Like, damn, I was fully expecting him to flood the thing once.
Now, of course, just like any other vehicle, it's going to take a point of mana to turn it on every time you want to use it. Of course, you could just let it keep running.
Yeah. Which, hey, I actually have mana this time.
Do you need me to turn it on for you?
No,
No.
Ignis has a point in mana now,
Yeah,
specifically for vehicles.
he literally
Yeah.
picked up +1 in mana just so that he could drive his own car.
Yeah, which,
That's dedication.
Yeah.
That is some dedication.
I'm not gonna be relying on y'all to turn on my vehicles.
Please, Greg, I need this.
My body's kind of manaless.
My butt is kind of manaless. I really need this, man.
So, here's what happens. Because you guys know the layout pretty well, you see Ignis shoot his way out of the silver domain and then immediately just darts his way through the entire city with relative ease. He heads down to the pink domain relatively quickly. Do you just drive through the domain gateway because the vehicle is definitely small enough to fit, or do you just park it outside and wait?
I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna park it outside.
Well, alright then. And there doesn't appear to be anything new or different about the gate. In fact, there is no vehicles anywhere near the gateway today.
Interesting.
So I assume you head inside, or?
Yeah.
Alright, well, when you walk inside, the domain is virtually the same as the way you saw it last time, except there is no furniture, there is no stands, there is no stage. It is a completely barren and empty room. The only thing that you see are the windows on the left and right, showing out into the deep void of space, and the 4 doors in the back.
Oh, I guess maybe I should have drawn my motorcycle inside.
You can just walk right back out and grab it and wheel it in. I don't think anyone's gonna care.
Nah. Yeah, nah, it's fine.
Okay. So, you got all this room to explore. What you doing, buddy?
Well, I guess look for Miranda, because that's what I'm here for.
Alright, well...
Oh, you're here for her, huh?
Yeah, clearly. We are going to bully you for this endlessly. I hope you realize that. You set yourself up for this failure.
I've accepted that since, like, the incident.
Yeah.
Well, the quote-unquote, incident.
I'm so
All
glad
right.
this is one of the things you chose to be important enough to tell me about.
So, since you're actively looking for her, give me an investigate roll.
Alright,
Wow!
I see.
Okay, so here's what happens.
He's too flustered.
Yeah. He starts wandering around the open space, calling out for Miranda, trying to find where the fuck she is. And when he can't find her in the gigantic empty open room, he starts heading for the 4 doors against the back wall. He goes into the boutique and doesn't see anything. He goes into the microgravity room, doesn't see anything. He goes to the crafting room and doesn't see anything. But when you get to the crafting room, you hear noises from next door. Familiar noises.
Oh no!
And when you go to that door, which is marked her private quarters, you see that the 2 security guards that are supposed to be out there are not there.
Oh no!
This is a setup. This is a setup. Get out of there!
I had a sneaking suspicion that this was going to happen.
Get out of there before it's too late!
Ignis, this is your moment. Get out of there or get in there.
I gotta get in there!
All right, Ignis, what you doing, buddy? You're in front of the door. You recognize those noises.
Please stop. God, please.
This is what you signed up for.
Yeah. Maybe I think I'm gonna come back another time.
Are you sure, man? You don't know how much longer you got in the game. You don't know this could be your last opportunity. You're only 4 regalia away from winning after all. You don't know what's going to happen when that goes down.
It's a setup!
I don't even know what to say at this point.
This is the unfortunate side effect of your decisions.
You could always
Yeah.
flip a coin.
Yeah, I guess I could.
I can flip it for you, because otherwise we're not going to know what your results are.
You know what? Yeah.
All right, I will be a coin flipper as the DM. I happen to have a fake coin right here. Heads, you knock on the door. Tails, you turn tail and run.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so sorry, man. It's heads.
Yes.
You
You're
know
gonna
what?
knock on the door, buddy.
We should have given him a
Yeah.
health potion before he left. For that
I like a stamina potion.
I think I'm at like full HP anyway, so I don't even think I need one.
I think you took a little bit of damage from one of the regalia combinations, but otherwise, yeah, you're pretty much full.
Okay, but yeah, like either way, I'm fine.
All right, knock on the door, man.
All right.
Såna. Det är så skedde.
Well, I guess like this just knocks on the door.
The noises inside very quickly stop. The door opens up, and both security guards fall out, face first onto the ground. And you see Miranda saunter in right behind them, wearing only a very large, oversized black sweater.
Oh.
And she is just grinning ear to ear. Well, look who it is.
I didn't intrude in something important, did I?
Not at all. We were just trading.
Uh-huh. I don't even know what to say in this situation, man.
The consequences of your actions are dire and severe.
Yeah. Oh.
Evil ass coin.
Yeah. Well, I'm here to ask for a favor.
And you see one of her eyebrows just quirk. Really? And what would that favor be?
If it's all right with you, I want you to make me a new outfit.
And you feel the environment around you suddenly lighten up a little bit, as though the gravity just weakened ever so slightly around her. You have my attention.
Basically, this might come out as like maybe a little childish, but a hero outfit of sorts.
Go on. And she just steps out around the 2 people lying on the ground and walks with you down to where the sewing room is.
Like basically, a suit that can take like any amount of hit, like that covers both the body and like a helmet to match.
So you want a more dense suit?
In a way, yes.
Something that can reduce damage. That's gonna be a challenge, because even if I do find a way to do that, the material would be harder to move in. Let me think. She walks with you into the crafting room, and immediately she starts waving her hands into the open air, and you see a pink glow envelop all manners of objects inside the room. Sewing machines, fabrics, bolts, needle and thread, patches and pads of every size and shape suddenly start floating into the open air. Let's see, what could we use to give you some resistance to damage? That is going to be a tall order. I'll tell you what. I'll have to work on this for a little bit because material that can resist damage without hurting mobility is going to be difficult. But come by and see me tomorrow. I should have something special for you.
In that case, I'll see you tomorrow.
And then we'll have to discuss payment, of course. But I'll let you stew on that for a little bit.
And then Ignis just turns and it's like, okay.
And she just gives you this shit-eating grin.
Yeah. And then Ignis just walks out.
A very, very brisk walking pace, I assume.
Yeah.
As soon as he's out of her line of sight, he just bolts.
Yeah, basically.
He pumps so much. He pumps so much mana into that motorcycle. He takes flight.
He might as well.
I don't even need to pump any more mana. It's already on.
Well, yeah, but you can pump some more.
He's
into it
saying
for
you basically
speed.
gave the motorcycle a NOS boost with the extra mana you just pumped into it.
Also, fuck you mean clothes that reduce your damage? Was my armor not good enough for you, punk?
He wants a common rider suit. Let him have a common rider suit.
Yeah, basically.
You should have just asked for one.
Well, yeah, he is. Asking
Gregory,
the
you're
best
good with
people.
tinkering with items, but he's looking for actual clothing that can reduce damage. That's going to be a little difficult to manage, but I might be able to work something out. I make no promises. I can't give you guys anything too powerful, otherwise it basically invalidates combat as a whole. With you being a squishy, there is possibly something I could do to help with that. Let me talk it over with Alice over the next few days, and we'll see what we can generate for you.
Wonder if it'll stack with my armor.
It might not. We'll find out.
Well, I mean, if you want, you can like remake the armor to where it's like add-ons to the actual suit.
Quite possibly. I will talk to Alice and see what we can generate, because it's possible that much armor stacking might not be physically possible.
Just do what you can. I don't know.
Alright, well, we'll get back to that later. You hop onto the motorcycle and immediately dart straight back for the house, because you want to distance yourself from the Space Queen as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Any case, back at the house, Gregory and Atlas have officially arrived, and you hear a very distressed chicken screeching at you from inside its little cage.
When did I get added to this campaign? You said Gregory and Atlas.
Sorry, Gregory and Barry.
Believe you me, I was just thinking how much I'd love to be in the world of Fate Prism right now. So don't worry, you're on the money.
Yeah.
You're
Sorry,
on the
I'm
money.
trying to
Box
micromanage
you.
so much stuff.
No, you do. I'm being an ass for the funny.
I know you are. But yeah, Gregory and Barry arrive at the house around the same time that Ignis arrives at the Pink Domain's gateway. So you see a very unhappy chicken inside its cage screeching and squawking at you for attention.
Yeah, I guess Chimo ain't been home to give you the dote on you, so you're a little unhappy. Ugh. All right, come on.
I'm never
out.
gonna lay an egg.
That's a rooster.
I'm kidding.
I should hope so.
Kidding.
You know what, Nanashi? I'll say it for you. I hope you were kidding.
Well, when you let him out of his cage, he starts walking around and fluttering through the various rooms of the house to stretch his wings and get a little bit of exercise in. And in the meantime, what are you guys doing?
Oh, obviously I'm fixing his food and water bowl.
All right.
I'm cooking straight poison.
It's fermenting health potions, I guess.
No, mana potions. That's
mana
different.
potions, excuse me.
Yeah. All right. So, as long as we're here, Gregory is going to try and make his full MP potion. His max MP potion, I guess we should call it. I'm going to need you to give me a craft roll.
Believe me, I got that shit on lock.
Okay.
Come on, we can do better than this. Since it's the end of the day, I'm just gonna spend the fate point.
All right. I mean, if you got any left.
I got 2 left.
All right. And I assume Technical Tinker is the skill you're going to use since that's your old reliable?
Yep.
All right. So you're doing a +2 or a reroll?
I would like a +2. I believe that's a safer option, you know.
At the moment, yeah. All right. So you overall roll the 6, trying to create a max HP potion. I am going to give it to you. It's not very difficult to physically make it, but making sure the potion actually stays, in one place long enough for it to collect into one container, I guess we can say that's a little difficult. Alchemical concoctions are a little weird like that. So, what you are now looking at is essentially a modified glass milk jug that is now full of 50 mana points worth of recovery. An item that ordinarily, if it could even be crafted in the game, would have cost you 100Z in store. You just made it for free.
3 minus the potions I probably sacrificed to have to make it.
Yes, you will have to sacrifice your 3 larges and 1 small you just picked up from the raid.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
I figured you wouldn't care. But bear in mind, this is probably going to be the only one you got. Make it count.
Oh, I'm gonna.
And now that that's been taken care of, I'm assuming that Barry's gonna be, making food for everyone since it's evening time and probably getting close to dinner?
Yeah, you know what? At first I was like, Barry's probably gonna go seclude himself in his room to go research, but yeah, someone has to be the responsible member of this party. Sarcasm.
Of course.
But yeah, I'll preempt. I'll make something that still tastes good even if you don't eat it hot. I don't know, sandwiches, have bologna.
Yeah, you'll make a simple meal, that works. And then you are immediately going to bury yourself into the bedroom after making enough for everybody to eat when everyone eventually comes home, right?
And I'm taking the coffee maker with me.
Yeah, you're probably going to need that. Just for shits and giggles, I want you to give me an academics roll to see how well your investigation goes.
Buddy, I love making academics rolls.
Like a whole ass investigation skill.
Well, I don't have that.
Since he's doing research, investigate or academics would work perfectly fine. Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
yeah?
Nice.
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna pull a Suba here. We're at the end of the day. I'm gonna spend my last fate point just to really drive the point home.
All right, what aspect?
What aspect, he says. I went to college.
Sure, you're old reliable as well. I just had to hear it.
Yeah.
I know you love saying it.
And that's already a good roll, so I'm gonna +2 it for a 7.
All right, so you rolled a +7 on an academics roll. This means that the research into the paperwork will only take you a couple of hours. You will still be able to get a good night's rest. You won't have to be up all night chugging that coffee just to get from A to B on the research information.
Damn it! I wanted to be up all night chugging coffee.
But here's the thing. After you read through it the first time, you're not going to believe what you read, and you're going to have to reread it a couple of times to make sure.
Oh, like I, Atlas the player, am doing currently?
Exactly. So that's essentially where you guys are. Gregory is going to work on that potion bottle.
Oh, I just want to say I just have just the right to give to pretty much describe Barry's current reaction.
Is it Pepe Sylvia? For the 5th time this
Just don't know.
campaign?
We just don't know.
I was thinking more.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
you
that's
know
not
what?
bad. That's not bad.
That is not bad. This is true.
Now, Vince is a guy who knows ball.
Maybe a little too much.
Alright, so we have reached a small predicament. See, I was hoping to pad this enough until Raven showed up. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to fill in this time with a little bit of bullshitting. So give me one moment. I actually have something prepared for this.
We could just end the day? No? Level up while we wait for it?
Not even an hour into the session? Surely you jest.
Yeah.
Well, end the day, not end the session.
I know. I'm saying ending the day only an hour into the session? No. We can't do that. We still got other character development to go through.
Alright, wherever Marauders, I gotta take out my anger on them.
Currently behind bars because Binks and Akarui are still doing their job. No such luck.
Damn it! What's even the point anymore?
As far as what's going on with Chimo, Joseph, and Nash, that's what I'll basically go over. When she gets to the gated community, because it turns out that Nash actually lives in the gated community.
Does he now?
Yes, he does. She tries to get inside, but she's met by a couple of Tunderforce officers in front of the gateway, who give her a little bit of trouble. She immediately presents a document that she was handed, giving her special permission to get into the gated community, and they have to hyper-analyze it, because these are very rarely handed out, and she's eventually let inside. But once she goes inside, she's actually informed that Nash is not at his personal home, he's at his family's home, because of renovations. So she now has to go and find this new address that she has no idea where it is, but she gets pointed out that it's closer to the center of the gated community, where the bigger homes are. And Chimo is already getting a little bit irritated because she realizes it's relatively close to where she was just cleaning out debris in the sewers.
Damn, I wonder what happened to the sewers.
Now, as she goes closer to the center of the gated community, she realizes that the properties get bigger and bigger all the way down. The lawns are all trimmed, the fences are painted, there's animal-shaped ornamental bushes everywhere, you know, that kind of stuff. The richy riches. And when she finally reaches Nash's current place, all the other homes are pretty much put to shame. This particular part of the district in the dead center is the largest homes with the biggest yards. This house that she was guided to is easily 3 stories high, has a colossal front yard, a massive bird bath in the middle, perfectly trimmed bushes across the immaculately painted fences, a multiple car garage. She even spots Nash's car parked in front of it, and a chandelier-style light hanging from the porch. It's not the largest house in the neighborhood, but it's easily top 10. She goes up to knock on the door, and it takes a few moments, but eventually she sees Nash greet her at the door, as well as Joseph, and he looks like the sound of glass hitting the floor. His ears that were always perked are now slumped against his head, his chipper smile looks like it was manually pulled downward, and you could even swear his fur looked less colorful, but his hair at least looks sort of brushed. And when he sees the two of them, arrive, he invites them both in. The house inside looks almost too immaculate. The cushions on the furniture look borderline unused, and there's no dust on anything that you can see in the room. The lights are on, even if it's just the living room, and all the pictures that are illuminated are paintings of various fox people, adults and children alike. The only actual sign that anybody's even in here, aside from him physically being in the room, is that there's a couple of pillows and blankets on the floor in the middle of the room. Sorry, Nash just apologizes and said he really just didn't feel like going up to any of the bedrooms upstairs. And when he finds out that the king wanted them to come down and see him, it perks him up a little bit because he's just been feeling really down. He explains that he kind of had a depressive episode because after you guys left, he was just kind of sitting there staring at the engine components for a while, and he had a bit of a breakdown. Seeing all of his hard work almost get taken out from under him kind of put him in a depressed state because everything he was working for almost just got stolen in a single night, which is exactly what he was hoping to avoid, but, it happened, and then it kind of just put him in a funk. And he just needed a day away from everything to get his life back in order. That kind of thing. Chimo asks him about his house, and it's actually not his house, it's his parents. He inherited when they both passed away. He explains that both of his parents were actually immigrants, and, he goes over the basic story that you guys have already heard about how they created the first drill to try and get out of Diadem. Apparently the project to get out of Diadem had already been started long before his parents made the drill, but they were digging by hand. The drill was supposed to help speed up the process. And he mentions how the drill exploded, how they both passed away, but he didn't initially realize they had passed away. He just thought they were somewhere else. So when he woke up and found that everybody was unconscious, he started looking all over the city and couldn't find them. So he just went home, decided to wait for them. He waited for them for an entire week with no sign that anybody was ever going to find him. So he just kind of threw a party, basically, for himself and had all the fun he could ever want. A 17-year-old kid could ever want. Broke into the parents' liquor cabinet, jumped on all the furniture, made whatever he wanted, did whatever he wanted, that kind of ordeal. But then after about a week of doing that nonstop, he realized it's just not as fun without parents around to, be there with him. So he decided to clean up his mess, and around the time he was finished doing that, that's when the Tunderforce showed up at his front door, finally finding him, freaking the fuck out because they never expected him to be at their family home, and told him the news that his parents were gone. He just thought they were wandering around somewhere or maybe got blown away, but he never thought of them actually being dead. And it destroyed him inside, which is around the time that Akarui found him, seeing him look so devastated. So, ever since then, he's had the wise idea that if there was another way off the island, he was going to try and find it. He kind of took inspiration from his parents and became the scientist so that he could do what they tried to do for the people, get them off the island by whatever means necessary. And that's around the time that Joseph and Chimo see that he's perking up, he's doing a little better now that he's gotten all this out of his system, and he acknowledges that they were very helpful in showing up and talking to him like they did. As a result of this, they are about to head out the door, and Nash actually asks them how they're doing on their regalia hunt, because he's been keeping track of the news, and he wanted to know if they'd done anything today. Joseph mentions to him that they now have 8 regalia, and Nash is impressed by this, but he just kind of smiles a little and apologizes because he knows that that means they're eventually going to have to go after King Akarui's, and he does not believe that you guys are going to win his. He genuinely believes that he's going to be the most difficult challenge you guys are going to have. But he wishes you guys the best of luck and basically equates what your current situation is to a race. Who can get you off the island faster? His submarine building or your guys' regalia hunting? And it was more meant as a joke, but Joseph kinda takes it a little seriously, and Chimo doesn't really give a fuck either way. She just wants to go home and take a bubble bath, get all the debris out of her fucking clothing and hair, and the two walk off together to head down to the Grey Domain. And that is about as far as I've written out so far.
I gotta say, I believe Nash when he says this is probably going to be our hardest challenge yet.
I should hope so.
I gotta say, I don't believe him, because I think we're just like that.
Of course you do.
We've also not had to actually fight any of them. This is going to be our first challenge. It's just going to be a straight up fight.
Since when were you such a bitch? Come on. We're gonna be fine.
I'm the tank. I'm the one taking all the damage, asshole.
Not
Yeah?
anymore, you're not.
You can't stop me.
I will
am
help you, and you are gonna like it.
You two are the literal meme of the people who just sacrifice yourselves for each other and constantly put yourself in front of the guy with the gun, going, no, shoot me, no, shoot me, no, shoot me. Just keeps going until you reach the guy and punch him in the face.
Well, I have an actual reason to do that. I'm the tank. He's the spellcaster. I don't care how much HP he
I'm
has.
also the tank.
Yeah, I don't care.
I
how
have
much
more
HP
damage reduction than
You
you.
have more mana than hit points, therefore you are a squishy.
That's just not true.
I didn't ask if it was true. I said that's what I think.
Well, you're wrong.
Jesus
Convince me.
Christ.
Your ass would have been grass last session if I didn't do something. It's not false. You know it to be true in your heart of hearts. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Oh my god.
I just wanted just gonna flicker on until Raven.
We could stretch this into 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I don't know if we really want to. So we kind of have a
Yeah.
couple of options. We can basically take a break until Raven shows up, or we can do what I think it was Gregory said earlier, and basically start into the next day and see what the after effects of everything is as far as what Barry's research has discovered, because I'm sure he's going to want to talk your ears off about what he found.
Yeah. I will say I am messaging Raven now to try and get an estimated ET. Excuse me. Ugh.
I don't think I've heard of that one before.
It's called indigestion.
No, I had a really nice ice cream before this session.
I had an ice cream last night. I was already asleep. My mom woke me up, said, "Hey, do you want want some ice cream?" Sure. So like I half asleepedly ate a bowl of ice cream while watching a Minecraft video.
Now I'm just thinking of that episode of The Simpsons where Homer barges into Bart's room screaming at the top of his lungs, "Bart, do you want a slice of brownie before you go to bed?" And he's just got a kitchen knife and a big metal tray. Scares the bejesus out of the kid.
It's hilarious.
I just imagine your mom did that. She's like, "Son, do you want a scoop of ice cream before you go to bed?" And she's got the scooper like right over your head.
No, it wasn't quite like that, but that is very funny to imagine.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, honestly, if she wanted to do a violence, she wouldn't hold it over me menacingly. She'd just throw it at me.
That's true.
I remember when I was, like, still in high school, and she was still working. It was like I had to take care of my little siblings, like, solely back then. Well, solely while she was at work. I remember one time I was having a lot of trouble waking up, and she straight up threw a full pack of baby wipes, and it hit me square in the side of the head.
Yeah, that'll wake you up.
And I was like, and I didn't even know what was happening. I was like, huh? I'm going to work. Okay, love you, bye. I went back to bed. You want to know the hilarious thing about that? There was like a moment so many months later where she's like, "We're out of baby wipes. We don't have any baby wipes." I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute." I go to in my room, and under my bedside table is that same pack of baby wipes. I just brought it to her. She's like, "Where have you been hiding this?" Well, you threw it at me several months ago.
I bet she was shocked.
Yeah, I kept it for different reasons.
Hey, I do not use that for that purpose.
Uh,
The toilet paper roll on my desk is purely for when I have to blow my nose.
okay,
Yeah, of
then.
course.
That, I mean, to be fair, that's actually true. That's not even a meme. I have never used that for that purpose.
Fair enough.
That's all on the phone.
TMI.
I
right.
don't know what it means.
We just don't know.
Hold on, what day is it in game?
It is Friday. No, Thursday.
Dude, if we make it to the weekend, we've got to go to Zahir's next rave.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I love how, like, when we got Zahir's Regalia, you opened up that plot thread where, like, that woman, what was it? That she wasn't a panther. What was she?
She was a white tiger.
White tiger, that's what it was. That white tiger woman gave me your fucking number, and it's like we've done nothing with that because everything's just been going tits up ever since.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like, not tits up in a bad way. We've just been very busy.
Right, like a pair of helium breast implants.
Yeah. Helium. I wasn't prepared for that one.
I gotta keep you on your toes somehow. I take it as a point of pride when I can get him to go into hysterics.
It's not. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't in a bad way, but it's more of it's not that hard. It's really not that hard.
Actually, now that I think about it, I forgot to mention this to you a long time ago because it's never come up. You still have your weakness to blue that Caleb inflicted on you.
Really?
His inflicting abilities are permanent.
He just permanently gave me a blue resistance or blue weakness.
Yep, but so long as you wear that blue ring, you're good.
You've been I'm messaging Alice.
Go right ahead. I was waiting to surprise you with that, but it just never really came up.
You did this to me.
Because like we never got into combat with like anything related to blue magic.
I need you guys to know I messaged Alice and I said verbatim in all capital letters, "Your jelly bean permanently debuffed me." Like, I'm not actually mad. It's just really funny.
Yep.
She's Alice messaged me back. Ha! Yeah. Yeah, he did. Damn it, Alice.
Not even a whoopsie daisy or anything.
Oh, that's so funny. Ignis, we're the same now. Except I can swim. Well,
Yeah, and also
oh no, if I take off the blue ring, I have a weakness. If I'm not wearing the ring, do I lose my, does water hurt me?
Water magic.
Okay, just magic, so I can still swim. Phew. Okay, well, what about
I mean, with your build, you probably just sink like a rock anyway.
Kind of charged, like in
Alright,
the
he
blue
muted
domain or
me.
the beaches of the yellow domain.
hold on, say that again.
Well,
No, they got yellow water over there.
I lost my train of thought.
It's fine. You cannot be hurt by normal water. You can take a bath, you can take a shower, you can swim in a pool. Magic is what this is mostly attuned to. Like I said, magic must defeat magic. Yes, I pulled Uncle from Jackie Chan Adventures. You're welcome.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I haven't watched Jackie Chan Adventures in so long. I gotta find a place to go back and watch that.
There's plenty of places on the internet, man. I'll find you one later.
Yeah. I don't watch as much TV as I want to. I always talk about going back and watching these shows that I loved watching as a kid, but like never fully got to watch them, and then I just don't do it. And then I complain that I'm bored and have nothing to do.
Yeah. I think you can unmute Suba now. I think he's calmed down.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. I was like, damn, it's really peaceful.
It's really peaceful.
It was really peaceful, actually. I think that's the happiest I've been all day.
Oh,
You're
jeez.
welcome. You did it again, Suba.
Also, I'm gonna call Alice out right now. We were talking about how funny it is that I now have a water weakness. She's like, Kalen could deny your resistance immunities. Until we figured doing that to you was more fair than doing that to Ignis. Making Ignis have a fire weakness would be fucking rude.
Oh, I'm glad they did.
And this is why I am the tank. I endure these misfortunes so that you guys don't have to. I am Atlas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a Slavic accent for my character to replace my guy that died. R.I.P. Corvus, the goat.
Rip Corvus. But no,
Which is funny, because I'm Polish. I'm Slavic. I should be good. But I've just been so colonized.
The only accents I can really do well are like a southern accent, which unfortunately is a side effect of where I live. And I guess I can technically do the New Yorker accent decently, especially when it comes to out again.
right.
Hey, I'm walking here.
That is literally what the Phoenix Man sounds like, by the way. You haven't met him yet. You haven't confronted him yet. You're going to confront him soon.
We've visited him exactly once, and Barry wasn't even there because the dude lives on top of a volcano. And Barry looked at that and just went, "Nah, that's gonna be a no from me, brother. I'm gonna stay right down here." Well, because the workers were also having a cookout at the time, and Barry was all about some fucking barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
Too squishy for a volcano, huh? Some tank you
Well,
are.
I'm not squishy. I just don't have fire resistance.
That's too goddamn bad.
Legitimately, that's one of the few resistances I don't have is fire.
And you're probably going to wish you had it if you end up fighting out again.
To be fair, I purchased a red elemental potion just for that.
That's true.
So, preparation. I've been told I can do a decent Australian because I had a TTRPG. One of my favorite TTRPG characters I ever played spoke with an Australian accent, but I don't think it's that good. I'm not even sure I could do it anymore. I'm not gonna tell you guys where because I have a bit of spite towards that group, but somewhere on YouTube there is like Twitch VODs that were uploaded to YouTube of me playing a TTRPG character in D&D 5th edition that was kind of Irish Scottish, somewhere in the middle there. I don't think I did that great, but like I also really liked that character. I was playing a monk, and I was playing a monk, and I just beat the ever-loving shit out of people. It was a piratey based D&D campaign. I was the helmswoman, because that character was a woman. Thumbs up. As a matter of fact, there was literally one single. No, I remember I started making my character that was a dude, but then all of us players were like getting together and talking about our characters. And we discovered everyone but this one dude was playing a woman, and I'm like, well, I've got to commit to the bit now. So my character went from Max to what did I name her? Maxime. Not Maxine. It was Maxim. Though Maxine probably would have made more sense.
Maybe.
Any word on Raven?
Yeah, Raven told me about an hour, about 45 minutes ago. So
Okay, so he could be here theoretically soon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Quick, random bullshit. Go. You guys remember when Nanashio made a Sam and Max reference, and I didn't know who that was? I very much know who those two are now.
I've made so many references in this game. It's a wonder that so many of them haven't hit.
I mean, to be fair, I very much know who Sam and Max are now.
Yeah.
I can't not. I love those two so much.
They're your spirit animals, aren't they?
They're also just... Okay, shocking no one. I like the gay characters.
But Atlas, you don't even like boys.
My last relationship was a boy. You can fuck off.
I didn't know that.
I'm to Raven. I talked about it last session. I don't even remember that. But me and Raven had a conversation about that recently, and he asked me about that. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you very briefly mentioned having a boyfriend, but it seemed like a sore subject." I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." I don't remember talking about it, but thumbs up.
Oh boy.
Actually, yeah, you know how I talked about that TTRPG campaign that's on like YouTube? That was the pirate game, and I was playing a woman. My last boyfriend. That's how I met them. They were in that game.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I actually went and checked the YouTube channel that's uploaded on recently. The last video on that channel was our series finale. Like my group series finale, because he ran a bunch of games and streamed them and uploaded them to YouTube, but after hours he was retiring, and like our finale was ran by one of his mods that honestly I don't even think had seen the game up to that point, because he kind of butchered it, honestly, which like I don't think it's his fault per se. I just think it was unfortunate shenanigans. Yeah, no, basically we had this this Navy crew that was kind of our rivals, because we were pirates and they were constantly trying to catch us, but they were like perfect. A lot of their crew were perfect antitheses to our characters. I beat my rival in a straight up 1v1 fight. I'm so cool. I had like 3 hit points left to spare. So I was playing a water genasi, right? And my rival was a fire genasi bard who did fire dancing shit as his bard stuff. And it's like, that was really cool. I beat him in a 1v1. Barely, but we're not going to talk about that.
Right. Okay. Trying to think there's anything I can contribute to this. Oh yeah, I've been going on VR chat a lot more lately, and I've been talking about the game whenever I get the chance to, and I've been getting more people to sit down and give it a chance and watch. I've been starting them all out on session 0, and they're all kind of fascinated with the world and how it was set up in the first place, and a lot of that has to do with your characters, in fact. I know Gregory wasn't a part of the campaign yet, but all the characters...
They're not ready for Gregory.
Not yet.
Nobody's ready for Gregory.
We could be the most serious campaign on the planet, and you would just ruin that.
Like, I talked about this shortly after we added Suba. Like, when we added Suba to the game, there was a line that got crossed, and we can never go back. We became terminally like unserious the moment he joined the game.
Yeah, we did. And honestly, I think we're better for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if we get a little too unserious sometimes, but it's overall been an improvement, I think.
I think so. Like, games are more entertaining when they're fun. Sure,
Exactly.
if you're playing like an end of the world apocalyptic game, you expect the world to be serious, but there's always going to be that one jackhole kicking a can of beans down the street, and you're wondering what the fuck is his deal, and it just changes everything.
That was me the
Speaking
one
of-
time I played a Fallout game. I was a scientist.
Speaking of end of the world, Raven's typing in chat.
Oh, he's here?
He is. Well, he's not. I don't think he's here yet. But
Should be back at 12, he says. What time is it for you guys?
11:57,
11.
so he'll be here in a few minutes.
Wonderful.
All right.
well, it also
So-
depends on what time zone he's in, because for me, it's about to turn 11.
I mean, it's about to turn 18.
It's like 6 p.m.
You got it.
Yeah.
One of the very few Americans who could camp past 12.
I mean, to be fair, I do math.
You know, I vaguely remember Nanashi saying that there's not going to be another campaign after this one because he put so much into this one. So I'm thinking, what if you run a Lancer campaign?
I can't. I'm a horrible GM. Like, I need you
Give
to
yourself a
understand,
little
Suba,
credit.
I play a lot of TTRPGs. Nanashi's a better GM than me by far. Like, I've tried, and occasionally I do get delusions of trying, and it just every time I GM, I end up coming out of it just with an immense amount of self-loathing because I feel like I failed. And you're like, I don't have the GMing brain.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I
have GM'd Lancer before, like 2 or 3 times, and just
I've got like
I-
4 months to figure out how to run Lancer.
it's really not that bad. It's just there are a lot of worlds that don't immediately click, but like
You're like for the whole thing, like is that like on Roll20 or is that on the website thingy I sent
you
you?
can use Roll20. Okay, so CompCon, the website, is just kind of a resource of all the information, right?
It's
you
like
can't
the DMG player's handbook, like all of that in
Kind
one
of,
thing.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. You can use Roll20, but most people prefer not to use Roll20 because they're kind of a lot of weird hoops and hurdles you have to jump through with Roll20, especially with the game taking place on a hex map. And it's like you can do hex maps on Roll20. It's just token hex map tokens on Roll20 get a bit weird.
I get what you mean. I mean, I have access to Foundry, so I might be able to work something out on that.
Most people use Foundry. It has an inbuilt it has Lancer. Okay, I've never been a GM on Foundry. I've only ever played on Foundry, but Foundry does have a built-in Lancer module that you straight up can import character sheets and NPCs, like in NPC encounters from CompCon straight into Foundry. It doesn't always work. It doesn't always work correctly, but like,
That'd be massively useful though.
most of the time it does. Most of the time it works out pretty well. But yeah, like the thing is about CompCon, right? Is like here, I'll tell you what. Can you like open up CompCon and stream it to me? Because I want to explain something to you.
All right.
I want to, I mean, we don't have anything else to do at the moment, so like shit.
You'd have just held it.
What?
CompCon. Open. Okay.
Sorry,
What's up?
I'm also signing into CompCon on my own end just so I can also look at it. So the thing is about
What am I
CompCon.
streaming?
Well, no,
What am I
I
streaming for?
well, because I have things I want to look at. So if you go to like the GM toolkit section,
Right.
you can see like NPCs, and I want to see. That's what I thought, right? So the thing is about CompCon is there's a system that basically forces you to buy the books, but there's a workaround around that. You know what the workaround is?
To tell.
Your boy has the books. So
Yep,
basically, a lot of the like books and stuff will include something called an LCP file. And if you go back to like the home screen, right, and go to Content Manager at the very bottom, this is where you install LCP files. And if you go to the LCP directory, you can see a big list of official massive pressed content, which is all the official stuff. And then there is also a lot of homebrew that is also made, as you can clearly see, but that's not relevant. But yeah, so basically the way it works is the player side stuff is free and you can get that as a free LCP, but the GMing stuff is usually kind of its own LCP you kind of have to pay for. But yeah, so basically, yeah, that's kind of the way CompCon works in terms of like adding in content or like seeing other content.
So it's prey on your kindness simulator.
I mean, not necessarily, because like I said, but most of the people just kind of like the GM of the Lancer campaign I'm in, because the other Lancer campaign I get, or the other TTRPG campaign I'm actively in, where I get rage baited a lot, is Lancer. Usually what most people do is a GM will, start up a Lancer game and it's be like, hey, guys, here's all the LCPs I intend to use. And then just give you the LCPs, you install them yourself, bada bing, bada boom, you're good. Regarding the VR chat thing, there's a part of me that wants to still get on VR chat, but now there's a new problem with that. I have a new computer that doesn't even have a webcam, so I can't even do the webcam hands anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like, kind of what's the point?
I mean, there are plenty of users on there who just use computer mode without webcam controls.
I know, it's just, I don't know, I have a hard enough time being social, and it's like when I'm getting like a quarter of the intended experience, it's like,
One of my closest friends on there sometimes uses straight up PC mode because he doesn't feel like using a headset, and he does perfectly fine.
Yeah, I really want a VR headset though. Like, there are so many VR games I want, some of which I probably shouldn't talk about while being recorded.
It's fine. I am debating on getting a VR headset at some point, if for no other reason, so that Alice can try VR chat, because she refuses to use PC mode for it. I don't care to use it because I'm a cheapo. She would prefer to have the quality, and I'd prefer to give it to her.
That's kind of where I stand. It's like, for me, it's just like, I know I could, but that's not really the intended play experience. You know what I mean? So it's like, I find it hard to like get my brain past that.
Understandable. What I'm planning on doing is, once this game is all said and done, I'm actually thinking about taking the concept of Fate Prism, no pun intended, and turning it into something for VRC. Like maybe a handcrafted world or some handcrafted skins for the characters or something. I haven't really decided yet. I kind of want to do something to make the game feel more alive. Especially if I plan to someday tell the story again.
It would be cool. I mean, it might be a little less practical, but there is also like Tabletop Sim has a VR mode, and that'll let you like, I don't know, have like maybe it'd be a better no, VR chat might work better if you get like a custom world for that. Yeah, because I don't know.
Maybe someday I'll just learn how to use Blender myself and make my own worlds and skins and whatnot, and just not have to spend so much money for other things from other people. I cannot wait to edit this session, because I'm just going to have to earmark a huge chunk of it as padding time.
Yeah.
Man, we've come a long way in like less than a year, haven't we?
Yeah.
True.
25
I
sessions.
really did.
Oh, hardy hard.
I'm gonna keep doing this till the end of time.
Well, at least until the end of the campaign.
Yeah, which, if my math is correct, won't be that much longer. At the rate you guys are going, I'm thinking maybe another 5 or 6 sessions. Maybe. It really depends on what you guys do and how stupid you choose to be.
Imagine we like do the normal like JRPG thing of like, all right, we're right before the final boss. Time to like not come back for like real life like an extra half a year because we want to do all the side quests and dick around and such. We as the players just never let it end. Ignis keeps visiting Miranda. Barry goes on dates with the white tiger woman. You know, Suba does whatever Suba does. No, excuse me, Gregory does. What does Gregory do every time?
What would he do? He'd.
Oh, actually, I totally forgot. I also had not a contract, but like a written or like a verbal agreement with Victor to do strongman work at a circus. I hope I didn't miss that.
Nope. His offer is always open. And
Well,
bear
I
in
mean, the
mind, the
circus
circus is
is
good
only
for 6
open-
weeks.
Oh, okay. So it's just a whenever we feel like it type of deal.
Basically, yeah.
Okay,
As long
I
as you give him
thought it was
advance
alright.
notice, he can incorporate it into the show whenever he feels like it.
Gotcha. I mean, shit. I don't think it's. I mean, this far in, I don't think that's gonna happen. As much
Well,
as I mean,
You never know.
again, unless we just, you know what, we're gonna pad for time now. Nanashi, I'm going to the circus right now.
Okay, so do you want to retcon going
kidding.
straight to the house and instead go down
I'm-
to the circus?
Nanashi, that was a joke.
Okay.
I'm just
Making sure.
dicking around. I'm just dicking around since you know.
But yeah, I really can't think of anything else we can do to pad time. If he says he's going to be here at like 12 something, then Raven should be here any second.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just continue shooting the shit, I reckon.
Yeah,
How much else to do?
not really.
I mean, I don't know. I could just like give the full access code to the boys and let them start going through Whitmore's findings, but I think I'd rather wait and just tell them myself. I mean, tell them the findings myself.
Yeah. The thing is, depending on how long Raven's thing takes, we might still have time. So what we could do is, after he gets here, we could just say something like, after his interaction, you guys sleep, and we're going to start on the next morning, and you explain what you found and what you think is going on, right up until the moment you guys leave for your challenge with Akarui.
Yeah. I don't even
I
know
think-
how to articulate it all, because there's just a lot of information, and I, as a player, am still not 100% sure I understand. So I don't even know how Barry's gonna articulate it.
Well, you got that special something that might help.
What's
I
that?
think it would be really funny if we pretended that we had just beaten Akarui when he gets back.
Dick.
that would be funny, but like I think he knows we wouldn't do that without him.
No. He did say that if we came down to it and there was a combat interaction, he would be okay with us basically turning him into an aimbot, but like, I don't feel like that's good for what you guys have coming.
Yeah, I mean, if it was just like a mook fight, that'd be fine. The problem is we don't have mook fights anymore.
No. Because you accepted the offer for them to basically do that for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
How
Starting to regret that decision?
Mixed feelings. We can do a lot more stuff with a lot more freedom, but also it's like we don't have miscellaneous random combats to test out our new gear on.
And you also don't have profit anymore.
We also don't have profit anymore.
Yeah.
That was true.
That's my retirement coming in.
I mean, I guess if it is the morning of a new, if we're gonna start a new morning, the morning of a new day, I guess I could see Miranda again before we head to Akarui.
Oh.
Yeah, I would need to talk to Alice about that before we could. Otherwise, I'd go
Oh
ahead
yeah.
and do that.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna throw out a topic of conversation. So something I've talked to Nanashi about is like, I have this like weird, it might be weird, this like hobby, I guess, where I, you know, because like I watch anime and I like, you know, play a lot of TTRPGs, and you know, I see a lot of different worlds and settings, and I think about, if I had to like die today and be transported to one of those worlds, which worlds would I like prefer to be sent to? And Fate Prism is like pretty high on the list. I want you guys to think about, like, do you have any like anime settings or TTRPG settings like that for y'all, where it's like, you know what, if I got isekai'd over there, I'd be okay with this.
That is a good question.
Maybe Bloomborough from Magic the Gathering.
All right, that's fair. That's like, I mean, I don't know quite as much about Bloomborough. That's the one where everyone got turned into furries, ain't it?
Now everyone is just animals. The people who come from outside get animal morph. It's
Well, yeah, but like that's what I was meaning. The people who come from outside just get furried because Ral turned into an otter.
Yep.
Wasn't there some weird controversy with Ral Zarek in his otter form being like, like making advances on another character. I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember.
That okay, fair enough.
I know the main character of a Bloomberg arc is a mother with 3 kids.
Nice.
Well, obviously I'm biased because I wrote the world, but I'd be cool with being in the Fate Prism world too.
Yeah, I'm
Just make sure you write yourself a big house and plenty of money first.
He did. It's called Nash.
Dude.
Right. True. And he has a wife who beats him.
No. Probably not.
Oh my god.
We just don't know.
I mean, I feel like we'd be able to tell. I'm pretty sure she just beats him with no other, like, hidden relationship dynamic. Like, I'm pretty sure she just beats him.
Maybe.
I guess you'll just have to find out. I don't know.
Find out or don't.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, every time we've made a joke around like that around either of the two, they both look just disgusted at the concept. So like, I feel like there ain't no way. But yeah, Fate Prism's pretty high up for me. I forget what the other ones were. I mean, there's. I feel like this might be telling on me as a person. There's also interspecies reviewers.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. The problem is I have to have a job to enjoy the benefits of said universe, because money.
Well, to be fair, there's apparently a lot of different jobs you can get in there.
Yeah. Like an interspecies reviewer.
Exactly. I don't know if that's a paying gig though. I think that's just something they do because they can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they literally just do that for the sake of doing. I'm pretty sure that's the hobby. I'm pretty sure they still have to pay.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, I think their main hobby is that they're like monster slayers.
Oh yeah. I mean, they are pretty well set up as a party, as an adventuring party, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was actually a person I was talking to on VRC about this game, and they said they might be interested in actually participating in the game. So I'm like, imagine if I hosted this game on VR chat with a bunch of VR chatters at a table, and we're all playing it that way.
That would be cool as shit. I'd like to see. I mean, honestly, I'd like to see and participate, but I don't know if I'd be able to participate because I'd have meta knowledge.
I honestly wouldn't care one way or the other if you did, but I'd have to think about it because I don't know if I have it in me to run this game again. The amount of time and effort and everything that I've put into this game has been so staggering. I don't know if I'd have the time to run it a second time.
Yeah, I mean, the way you could look at it is you've done a lot of the heavy lifting already, so now it's just a matter of running the game, which, yeah, it is a big time commitment in and of itself. But, you know, like, you have a lot of the writing and stuff out of the way, and I feel like that's the hard part. At least the hard part for me, because I'm not good at writing.
Honestly, I kind of like the idea. I might try and see if that's possible. VR Chat has a camera system. You can position a camera and record within VRC from a different angle. So if I were to position that properly, I might be able to do that.
Yeah.
Huh. Something to look into, I guess.
As long as we don't have any extended sessions of, visiting Miranda and...
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting.
People do that enough on VR chat.
My point exactly.
Here's the cool part, though. If I do end up putting it on VR Chat, and I end up getting all the different skins of the masters and whatnot in this game, that would create a level of immersion that I think would be fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Like, imagine just all of a sudden swap to Miranda sitting in the pilot seat. Miranda as a DM.
Yeah. The question at that point just becomes, what's the going rate for VRC avatars?
That depends on the person. I've seen some of them available for like $10.
It's not bad, actually.
Especially if it's just like a rip or a direct transfer from like a video game or a movie or something.
Yeah, which we don't really have that for Fate Prism currently.
Not really, but you never know.
We have art to work off of, so maybe that'll lessen the rate.
And to be fair, a lot of the models off of these characters that I have were originally pre-designed on another 3D chat emulator called IMVU. infinitely simpler, but the system was designed around the idea of being able to piece together your avatars out of whatever pieces of clothing and accessories you can find. So it was pretty fun.
I really want a VR headset. You want to know the big reason like I want a VR headset for VR chat?
Why?
I don't think I've ever told Ignis this, but there is so many like Common Rider VRC avatars that actually like require you to do the things with your hands to engine. And I was never able to fully interact with those because the webcam hand tracking is good for doing things around your face, not at your waist.
Yeah, it goes about as low as your waist before the tracking stops working.
Yeah, like if I were to like stand up, maybe, but I doubt it. But no, I always wanted to interact with those more, because those were, I mean, a lot of them I found were by the same model maker, so that was cool. But yeah, that was something I always wanted to interact more with, especially because like. Well, it was a little after the time that I really started sitting down and watching Kamen Rider build, but I still had the kind of obsession at that point. Dude, Kamen Rider fucking build.
Yeah, arguably the most mathematically perfect one.
I still can't make sense out of the best match system. Like, I've heard semi-logical explanations, but I can never quite buy it, if that makes sense.
To my understanding, the simplistic version of how it works is that it takes two items and elements that are completely polar opposite of each other in every regard.
Yeah. But then you have some of them that I've heard logical explanations for that are kind of similar. Like a dragon lock. I've heard the explanations like, oh, those are both things that keep wealth in one spot.
Technically, yes. But the way that I understand it, the opposite here is that the dragon hoards the wealth, and that the lock actually represents the key that you have to unlock it with, which gets you access to the wealth.
Also, make Pirate Train make sense.
One's a fast vehicle on land, one's a slow vehicle on the water.
You're not wrong, but I'm still not sure I can buy that logic. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so cool and I like it. I can never suspend my disbelief for long enough to make some of the best matches make sense. The other stuff I get just fine. The hazard triggered, that honestly made perfectly logical sense. The big double tube that lets him do rabbit or tank.
Yeah.
The full bottle.
The full bottle. That's what it's called. Thank you. And then like. Both Ignis and Nanashi, both of you already know that like I am a massive sucker for the evil driver.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about it that just hits that good spot in my brain.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's like, I don't know. See, here's the thing. I really like the build driver. I like the sound effects it makes. But there's something so much cooler about the evil driver's kind of lower, somewhat menacing. Are you ready?
Yep. Plus, the reason why it's a repaint of the build driver,
is
like
because it's
in lore,
the other way around. The build driver was in fact a copy of the evil driver.
Yeah.
I love, what was I trying to say? A lot of the fighting towards the end was just Evolta. What the fuck was his name?
Evolt.
Just Evolt. Was just Evolt being like, hey, I want you guys to do all this fighting and hit me with as much as you got so that I can break the black hole trigger out of this fucking rock or whatever.
Charge it, basically.
Yeah. There's just something so cool about that. I just really like the evil driver having like a lot of the same like voice lines as the build driver, just lower and mildly more menacing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like Evolt is just such an entertaining villain.
Yeah.
I also love the fact he went back to like the cafe owner's face, even though he didn't have to. Just like, I've stuck this way for long enough. I may not be borrowing his body anymore, but like I've used his face for long enough. It's just kind of comfortable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also kind of love the like hints and pieces throughout the entirety of the show that he was Evolt the whole time. like me having meta knowledge, and having seen the evil driver on like YouTube videos and such, is like I kind of knew ahead of time because it was namely the evil driver. Whenever he does any of the finishers, it goes Chow, which is I forget his name, but like the cafe owner, the guy who owns the base of operations. That's always when he leaves, just Ciao, because he's Italian, I guess.
Yeah, kind of.
I never quite got that one. But yeah, Black Hole Revolution.
Gotta love it.
It's so good. Like, I don't think there is a driver that just tickles the good parts of my brains more than the evil driver.
That is fair.
Oh,
there
man.
was actually what?
I just realized I missed Piccolo Day yesterday.
Piccolo Day?
Yeah, in the original Dragon Ball
henceforth,
series,
every day, Piccolo, every May 9th shall be Piccolo Day.
from the original Dragon Ball anime, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Someone
boy.
in another server I'm in posted that yesterday.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Did you ever see the original Dragon Ball anime?
I never watched all of Z, so definitely not.
Piccolo is actually, the Piccolo you know from Dragon Ball Z is the descendant of King Piccolo, one of the evil entities from original Dragon Ball.
That much I knew.
When he escaped, he immediately went on a full domination of the planet, and he made a worldwide declaration that May 9th was going to be Piccolo Day. That's
Why?
literally the bit.
Why? Like, for what purpose?
I don't remember, but he
Because
just
he's
kind
a
of declared it.
totalitarian bastard.
He just kind of made the declaration, and everyone just kind of went along with it, because if they didn't, he was going to vaporize a city by twitching his ass cheek.
Well, I mean, there was something similar amongst the Digimon community, which I forgot what date exactly. I think it was like August 4th?
Another holiday I missed out on, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
true. Don't you get free food from Taco Bell?
It's not even
don't
about
know.
that. This year was going to be special because Cinco de Mayo landed on Taco Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had a taco.
Okay,
What
also,
life do you
I don't
live?
have a-
You're sad, is what it is. What life
That's
does
true.
he live?
You've never had a
Sad.
pierogi, so like,
Yeah, I have.
yeah,
Yeah, my wife is worldly traveled.
I didn't know that.
There's a lot of ththings you don't know about me.
I do know how old you are.
Congratulations.
slight correction about the thing I said about the Digimon fandom. It's not August 4th. It's August 1st.
And speaking of special dates, my birthday is in 3 days.
Oh, I was actually just wondering about that.
Birthday to you.
Oh, fuck off.
Happy birthday to
Not
you.
today, Suba.
We're never gonna be in VC in free day, so it's better to sing now. Happy birthday to you.
Gee, thanks. I turned 38.
Ooh.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed this. Do you remember what canonical day in game that this whole thing started from?
Somewhere.
I know the answer to that.
No, I don't.
May 13th.
Oh, we started on your birthday.
Oh,
I get it now.
You know, at the end of the day, I don't think it's the end of the world that we ended up having like a bullshit session, because this has been pretty chill compared to the last couple.
yeah.
Gonna make for a very short YouTube video though.
If I cut it all out.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys want me to keep all this in? Do you want me to cut it out? What do you guys want?
Probably like cut it out.
I mean,
well,
honestly, I think we cut a certain amount of it out, but not all of it.
Okay.
Because, like, we've talked a lot about a lot of funny shit.
Yeah, we have, and a lot of it's worth keeping. I'll just have to kind of earmark a huge chunk of this video as being like time filling and whatnot. I'll see what's worth keeping and what's not, which, to be honest, my opinion of what's worth keeping is pretty low, because I think a lot of what we say and do here is worth keeping. I very rarely cut dialogue in any context.
Honestly, fair. Also, Alice, I did send you a thing.
Like, once if Raven gets here, what are we even gonna do? So it'll be like.
have his scene in the Great Domain.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
What's going to happen is that when he gets here, he and Chimo are both going to go and have their little interaction with Thanatos and his friend Techno.
For context, Tuba, in case you don't know, Techno is one of Joseph's war buddies that died, but his spirit has been being like a guardian spirit over Joseph this whole time. And then when we got to the Great Domain, we learned that, and then Techno was like, "You're good now. I'm gonna hang out here in the Domain of Death because I'm a fucking ghost." What else about there was Techno? He's Chinese. He was a frog. That's all I remember.
That's about the gist of it, honestly.
Yeah. At first, I thought he was the frog from. I thought the reference was he was a frog. He was the frog from Chrono Trigger, but I don't think that's correct. Especially since I thought the frog from Chrono Trigger was Chinese.
Maybe.
I've never played Chrono Trigger.
Neither have
Either
I. Man, also, like, I haven't played a single Star Fox game now that. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. I did play a little bit of Assault when I was younger, but that was only because, like, I remember when, like, the waiting areas for, like, a doctor's appointment had, like, the GameCube, like, for, like, children to play on.
I played 64 on emulator, and it was pretty good. No wonder they keep remaking it.
Eh.
Yeah.
They need to stop. For the love of God.
I want to emulate Assault, which I actually can do, which is funny. But I can do it on controller too, even though like well, I'm gonna be doing it on mobile.
You ready?
I'm assuming you're like messing around with the thing I sent you.
No.
What did you send?
It's basically a simulator of like every single build, every single driver in the build series. So like the build driver, the Evil driver, the Splash driver, both Steam guns, anything that has been released within that toy line is simulated in the on Newgrounds actually.
Oh yeah, I forgot they do that.
Yeah, which I can send over in general chat. Up. I don't think it's gonna show the thing fully, but there's the link.
Having the time of my life.
So, given how late in the session it actually is, when he shows up, are you guys cool to stay over a little bit longer so we can have an adequate amount of time for this? Or do you guys have somewhere to be?
I'm always down to clown.
Well, I kinda have like other things to do. Keyword being kinda, cause it's more so on like another server. I mean,
I could be doing other things. I've already been sitting here doing basically nothing except talking to you guys for 2 hours. Like,
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, given the amount of time we dedicated just filling the gap, I feel like if we could stay over like an extra 30 minutes or an hour, if that's possible, to fill in that time frame if it's needed, would you guys have an issue with that?
That's fine.
No,
Okay.
yeah, not really. Also,
you like that?
yeah.
Hey Tadashi, I'm gonna send you the screenshot I just sent Ignis.
Sure, one sec.
Ultimate power. Ultimate power.
Oh, dear lord.
Well, now I'm gonna feel really excluded if you don't show me.
Well, you won't.
I mean, you're probably gonna feel excluded anyways.
Yeah, because you're not gonna
even if
understand what
you
you're
don't show
looking at.
Well, do I have to?
All right, fine. Look at this. Do you understand what any of this is?
Some kind of marital aid, it seems.
it. Yeah, I figured he wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
wait. Are you ready?
No.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Oh, Muscle Galaxy. I mean, that is just Barry as a common writer.
Yeah.
Right, true, of course.
It's fine. You'll understand one day, or you won't.
Talking to him like as a child when he's like 10 times your age.
I'm also 10 times as tanky. But we're not ready for that conversation.
Listen, outside of rage baiting, I acknowledge, you are relatively tanky, but now you're just pushing it. Now you're just pushing your luck.
Tee hee.
Good input, Sonny.
Eh.
I'm gonna close that because I'm never gonna get back to Fate Prism if I keep messing around with that.
Yeah, probably not.
Can you imagine seeing Craw's Magma with the hazard trigger though? I'm just saying, I feel like we should have seen it at some point. We only ever got to see freaking Build use the hazard trigger. He used it like twice, or 3 times, went out of control, and is like, you know what? I'm going to make a device that makes it where I don't lose control and go absolutely feral anymore. And then he does that. And then I don't think we really ever see many other forms past rabbit, or tank. I guess there's occasionally still Hawk Gap.
Barbarian needs one of those. It's kind of a reason I died. Or Corvus died. R.I.P. Corvus, the goat.
Well, yeah, because you're not a rabbit or a tank. Corvus is a crow, I imagine.
No, he's like this reincarnating angel guy.
I feel like there's a Warhammer reference in there somewhere.
No.
I mean, there is a dude in there named Corvus.
There's plenty of Corvuses.
It's Corvus Corax, I believe. I'll tell you what, I will say though, Nanashi, if you don't want to run Fate Prism again, you could always run something Kamen Rider themed.
Alice already beat me to that one.
Oh, well.
Alice! Put me on speakerphone, Nanashi!
She's not
Put
even
me
in the
on
same
speakerphone.
room.
Put me on take me to the same room.
You expect me to drag my laptop all the way into the living room just so
this.
you can talk to her out loud on the speaker?
Well, I would have done that for y'all when I was still on a laptop. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, honestly, for real though, when this is over, it's like, I'm not gonna force you, but like, even if it's not the same setting, that's fine, but I do kind of want to try the system some more. Because it is cool, you know?
I need to actually write down all the rules into an actual book instead of just a series of documents so that we have absolute proof of how everything works.
Yeah, that is also very true. Did you guys ever have any backup characters just in case something went horribly, horribly wrong?
I have 13 characters on standby for D&D 2014 and 2024 editions.
Nice.
No, I just don't die because I'm built like that. I sacrificed my life to save another guy.
Well, yeah, you're like that because I'm the tank that tanks all the damage, so you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have backup characters.
Different guy.
That's why I have backup characters.
The barbarian, one of his ancestors made a deal with the god of murder, Scorn, and now he's like a curse upon their bloodline that makes him powerful, but also really angry sometimes. Oh my god. No way.
There he is!
You made it!
Yeah, sorry. A bunch of stuff getting fucking pulled around to a lot of places.
It's perfectly fine, man. We've basically been bullshitting for the last hour waiting for you to come because we were just waiting. Actually, I think it was more like an hour and a half now.
Waiting for him to what now, Nanashi?
To show up. Come on. Grow up.
Okay, as if you literally didn't have Ignis walking in on Miranda earlier. And I can't make an inappropriate joke.
There's a huge difference between commenting on Miranda and commenting on me.
Miranda likes it. That's the difference.
Damn, I can't believe Nanashi's homophobic. He's scared of houses.
You'd be scared of House if you saw the shit he does in that show.
I knew you were gonna make that joke.
Anyway, catch me up. Give me like a short summary.
Okay, so here's the short summary.
Raid the lockers.
Here's the thing. We raided the lockers. We split up to do our own thing. Barry and Gregory went back to the house to do Barry and Gregory things. Ignis went to go visit Miranda. You already hear how that went. before we left the Silver Domain, we ran into Chimo, who's been busy clearing out concrete and debris from the sewers underneath the gated community, and she was right pissed about that. And then also had an order, or had an assignment from basically, not directly from Akarui, but it basically started with Akarui and got passed all the way down to her to go do a wellness check on Nash. And you wanted to go to the Gray Domain to do Gray Domain things. Chimo heard that and is like, let me come with you. So you went with Chimo to do a wellness check on Nash. That's happened. Nanashi narrated that to the best of his ability, which ended up just being a lot of Nash being depressed and you providing, not you, but like, you know, you and Chimo listening on his depression, being like somewhat good therapy. So he's pretty all right now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He basically just told y'all pretty much everything we already knew. His parents were scientists. They were in the drill that blew up. They died. He was sad. We also found out that he has 2 houses, one of which is his, and one of which was the one he inherited from his parents. So that's interesting.
And it's one of the biggest ones in the gated community too.
Also
his parents
true.
were scientists.
You just see the debris of the exploded drill. Nash is like, this is where my parents died, Michelangelo. Bummer, dude.
I knew you were making that joke. I saw it coming a mile away.
I had to. You know I had to.
But yeah, basically everything we have that hasn't happened yet is you were going to go to the Gray Domain and do Gray Domain things. Chimo came with you because Thanatos is there, and do I have to explain any further?
Yeah, that's basically where we are right now. Everybody else is already at home or headed home. You and Chimo are heading to the Gray Domain. That's about where we are.
Yeah, like I did say many times, I do apologize.
You have nothing to apologize for, man. Real life always should take precedent.
Yeah, but it was just stupidly ridiculous. Like I told Atlas, there was a moment where they were just having the quote-unquote century-long convo.
It happens, man. I get it. But yeah,
Is that in any way related to the Midwest goodbye?
in a sense. Actually, no, it's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is one has a purpose and one has a story.
Does it typically start with, oh, don't worry, just a few more minutes and we'll leave, and then ends up with a 2-hour-long conversation?
Yeah, but on the outside, you usually walk away with a free pot of food.
Fair.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the game then. Like you said, we did all that, and at the moment, you and Chimo are heading on foot down to the Gray Domain. Ignis now has a motorcycle that he drove down to Miranda's place. Gregory and Barry are now in the car and have taken that back to the house, so you two are hoofing it on foot.
Alrighty.
I also can't stress enough for the comedic bit. Ignis did, in fact, run in on Miranda. Anyway.
Training. She was training. With the 2 guards that stand in front of her door.
Who looked very particularly drained as they lifelessly flopped out of her room.
God.
Anyways.
I'm just updating.
And I mean lifelessly.
I'm just updating my inventory real quick because I read off the thing that we got.
Yeah, I went ahead and gave you 50 rounds of gold ammunition, and I'm not going to assign it to any specific weapon because the ammunition is supposed to be generic enough to where you can just apply it to whatever you need to. Having 5 different types of ammunition that all do the same damage, mechanically, it's just kind of dumb to me for the sake of this simplistic game.
Last thing we need to do is pull up Bethesda.
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
What, you want the 50 caliber for your rifle? Oh wait, sorry. It takes this kind of ammo instead, even though they work the same.
If I wanted to make this game uber realistic, I'd probably have to do that, but honestly, I don't see the point.
It'd just be more frustrating. We'd have to spend more Z on some pointless shit.
Exactly, and I didn't want that. Anywho, you and Chimo are heading down to the Gray Domain on foot.
Alrighty then, let me get in character because as we set the scene.
As it happens, it's a bit of a trek, so it'll take you to about 20 minutes to get there on foot, I guess, since you know the way now.
Still as gloomy as ever. You think maybe we could add some more bright flowers around here?
And right around that moment in time, you hear a familiar clickety-clacking of wooden wheels on the cobblestone path.
Joseph will look at that. He will turn his head curiously.
As it happens, you see Thanatos wheeling up yet another cart full of flowers, just like the first time you met him. And Chimo is is immediately stunned.
Well, say his name and the devil appears, I guess.
That's when Thanatos puts the cart down, and when he sees you two, he tilts his head curiously. Well, this is a surprise. I did not expect to see you two so soon.
He's Dracula!
You're not the first person to make that joke either.
Mleh!
Oh my god, what's next? He's gonna be Michael Jackson?
I mean, if Chimo does get her way with him, I'm just saying she's in for a thriller.
Yeah, a lot's been going on in the short span of time that we've been on this island, but I think I may as well repay this place a visit to talk with my friend, if that's alright.
The one you call Techno, yes?
That is correct.
But that is convenient. He and several of the other residents are helping me clean up some of the older graves in the yard. Follow me, I will take you there. And Chimo is just right on his heels.
Because of course.
So he takes you down the left side of the path, all the way through the graveyard, and as you go back through the various rows, you find older and older graves, obviously. The first few rows are a few days apart, then a few weeks, then months, then years. But once you find the ones from the prior century, the graves look as though they are either wearing out or crumbling apart. And eventually he stops at what looks like the very first grave in the yard. The oldest one is crumbling heavily, but you can barely make out a name in French script that states Francois Villon, 1431 to 1489.
With how desolated a lot of these tombstones are, you must have been in business for God knows how long.
Everyone who ever passed is buried here. Some of the graves have been neglected for some time. It is difficult to manage this as well as constant ceremonies.
Well, all I can say, old, rustic, or somewhat desecrated from age. At least they managed to get some kind of proper funeral. Can't say for a lot of the people I've known in my time.
He kneels down to the grave and pulls out a small handful of flowers and sets them to the side, fully intending to put them on the gravestone once he cleans it up. And you see him pick up the various pieces of the stone that the grave marker is made of and starts trying to piece it together.
Though on the subject of the deceased, there has been something that has been bugging me per se.
And what would that be?
I'll admit, up until coming to this island, I was a bit of a skeptic when it came to the paranormal. I mean, sure, I've seen my share of a lot of fucked up things, but that was typically because the Nazis took their hatred to an advanced level and, well, there was at least somewhat of a logical explanation with the natives I helped after the war, but even I couldn't truly grasp a lot of their, well, beliefs and mechanics and whatnot. And yet coming to this island, meeting Techno again, now it's got me wondering, what exactly would even cause a spirit to skip out on eternal rest and just latch itself onto someone?
That depends on the spirit, for most of which, from what I've noticed, it tends to be unfinished business. If there is something they wish to do or something they could not let go of, they would bind themselves spiritually to it. A lover, a close friend, a battle that was unfinished in their eyes. It really depends on the individual.
I may have to actually ask Techno himself in regards to that. Well, during that day, when I lost everyone in my squad, the man was so mentally broken that he asked me to do the job for him. And that's when his sword shattered. Like a morbid irony, if you will.
Well, if you wish to discuss it with him while I work, you are welcome to. The problem is, I know you cannot hear him, so you would need to have Chimo translate for you.
No offense, Thanatos, but leans in close and looks over at Chimo. I think she's a bit starstruck on the wrong thing at the moment.
He takes a look over his shoulder and goes, I see what you mean. Very well, a moment. He puts the pieces down into a neat little pile, stands up, and dusts his hands off, and then extends one of his hands to you.
Time to go down Trippy Lane again.
Upon placing your hand in his, your eyesight does the exact same thing it did all that time ago. Everything suddenly grayscales, not that there's much with color here in the first place, and you see gray mistings of other people around that you could not see before. And even though you can see the bodies, you cannot hear anything they're saying. And from right beside of Chimo, you can see your old friend, Techno. It looks like he has a big grin on his face as he's watching Chimo just stare at Thanatos. He seems to find it humorous that she's so awestruck with him.
Well, some things never change in life and death, I suppose. If only this vulture side of mine could let me do stuff like this.
Thanatos looks over to you over his shoulder. You have the eye of the vulture.
A sort of rite of passage thing. After that mission, after losing everyone, I was scavenged and helped to safety and recovery by a member of this sort of, how do I put it? Their tribe isn't exactly recorded in history and the name is fuzzy, but they know a lot when it comes to magic and a lot of the more nuanced stuff in regards to it. Something about a spiritual guide that's been there in a few people since the beginning, hence what caught their eye.
Interesting. Well, Techno is here to speak to you. You said you had a question.
I did. That, and aside from the question, I guess there were just a few things I needed to vent to at least someone whom I'm missing, I suppose.
And Techno turns to give you his full attention, his hands behind his back.
Yeah. God, how to structure this.
Use your words.
Yeah,
Aye,
I
aye.
know. Joseph puts his head down and then looks back at Techno. It has been a while. I've been busy here and there, and well, a lot has been on my mind, and I know you're the only person I can turn to for some kind of advice. In fact, that's how it's always been, it seems. Never breaking out of that old shell, it seems.
He says he notices you have changed since the last time you were here.
I have. I've been trying to escape the soldier motif, trying to find my own way in life. Trying not to disappoint anyone ever again after that day. Afraid that I'll just fuck up and everyone around me I'll lose over and over again. And then it turns out that I can't even do that because I'm roped now with a squad of strangers and there's more bullshit on the daily to deal with, and they're really good people. Barry, Ignis, Chimo to an extent, and well, that Gregory fella is actually pretty handy. Kind of reminds me of you in a sense. But something just stops me from opening up as much as I should to them. Afraid that I'm gonna fuck up again. Everyone around me is going to die because I gave the wrong order because of some fucked up scenario no one could ever have seen. I think you're the one person I can even say to that I just feel super scared, and I don't know why you've latched onto me and been there all my life, even when I've been such a fuck up.
He says he latched onto you because he knew you would be ready someday, and a watchful eye over your shoulder was the best way to make sure that he knew exactly when you would be ready. The circumstances that occurred made it difficult to detach, but you have been ready for some time. You just could not accept it. He watched your early interactions with your team before the woman became replaced with the Gregory, as you say. And from what he can tell, you have already changed so much in that short amount of time that you have been on this strange island. His words, not mine. And he believes that this island is good for you. It gives you many opportunities to explore areas of yourself that you have sealed off. People who wish to know you. And you have already grown in such a way that he knew that you would not need him watching your six anymore. You were always ready. You just could not accept it.
Joseph takes off his mask, and in a solemn state, he will fall to one knee. I just needed to hear from him one more time, 'cause shit's about to hit the fan, and like I said, I'm scared. I'm not one to typically admit that, but with a lot of the stuff I've seen that's even more advanced than what Hitler's goons had to offer.
He finds what you say is humorous because he remembers those days very fondly. Despite the circumstances, knowing that you were there with him in all of these strange occurrences that he has told me about, that you being there gave him as much comfort as he gave you, apparently.
I know, which is why it's just such a weird feeling. I mean, Techno was literally taking the heads off of Nazis and other Axis allies left and right with his sword. And meanwhile, I can barely make use of it as efficiently as he did. And there are just some areas where I don't feel like I'm performing as these times are changing.
Thanatos tilts his head a little bit. If I may make a mention, perhaps you should not be finding ways to be like him. Perhaps you should find a way to use the tool in a way that is all you.
Well, I'm not exactly much of a swordsman, so I didn't know if I'd be able to talk with Techno a bit longer to get at least somewhat of the basics.
You are welcome to stay as long as you like. Without making a pun of it, I have all the time in the world.
Yeah, so we heard.
And he raises an eyebrow. You know?
Listen, I'll admit, weird native tribe all about nature and all these secret aspects of magic, really something to ponder your head. When Conroy told me about the origins of you all, and, well, the talk of the multiverse and our reality and whatnot, it is quite the head-scratcher. Kinda makes you feel insignificant in some areas, but you just kind of, how should I say, get used to it.
And you see Thanatos give like the slightest of smiles. Insignificance is only as small as you recognize it. You are more significant than you will ever realize. If you know what I believe you know, then you know that the whole reason all of this started is because our father, for lack of a better term, was interested in your species from the earliest of ages. That is what began everything. If you are so insignificant, then why would the proverbial god of your universe look upon you with such reverence?
That is a good question, and yet at the same time, and this crooked king is still something worrying because, well, Joseph is just going to keep it brief and explain what was it, a cutlass? Yeah, he will explain about the cutlass. I know this is like something to be on the down low, but I feel like with Thanatos would probably be more reasonable hearing about it.
That's a fair point. Add to it that Chimo doesn't know very much about it, so she's gonna get a small dump on this as well.
Yeah, this could also possibly help Chimo, given, well, she's Tunderforce and one of our allies as well.
Alright, we'll say you take, 5 minutes to explain the gist of it, and Techno's gonna be listening the entire time as well, because he's fascinated by this. I see. That is, a very unusual power he should not have. I cannot say I am familiar with any kind of golden sword, but it acts familiarly to have seen the gold magic you and others wield.
It's freaky, because it's giving me a weird sense of deja vu. The amount of advancements made all in the name of just killing the domain masters, you included, as well as just subjugating the island and killing anyone who stands in their way, born out of straight hatred and rejection of this place. Well, you could say I might just be having some flashbacks here and there.
And you see Techno nodding a little bit, immediately understanding what you're talking about. And Thanatos takes his free hand and scratches his chin a little in thought. I do not have the proficiency with words that Conroy does, but I do understand this. To kill us is not only an endeavor that will require immense force, it is also an endeavor that is, for lack of a better word, dangerous. We are conceptual entities. To remove us would be detrimental to the universe at large.
That's what got me thinking about this plan, because on one hand I understand wanting to get off the island, maybe see the world a bit, but endangering the universe possibly to do that surely there's gotta be more that we have to worry about. That I'm gonna need to prepare for especially.
Well, I will endeavor to be careful from here forward. If it is what you say it is, then I will take precautions, as will the rest of us. I assume you have told others of this other than me. Other masters, perhaps?
God, I'm trying to remember if we did tell anyone else, because I think Conroy knew, because, well, we did bring to him, he's like the smarty pants.
It might have just been Akarui.
Yeah, I don't think we've told any of the other domain. I think we just didn't want a mass panic, but I feel like with Thanatos, it's like the dude is pretty chill. I feel like he would be like the more cautious of the bunch with this.
Oh, and don't forget that Doran got hit with a gold bullet.
That as well, so it's like Doran should have like some kind of Yeah, with that I'll just detail that. Well, we did tell Conroy because we did find the source of where they're getting the gold material, which is in the same place as what we heard was a very traumatic incident for the island years ago.
Do you mean the drill incident?
Yeah, it turns out that stuff has some serious negative side effects when contacted with metal.
A tragic day, I remember it. That was the first time we had burials for 38 people in a row.
And the stuff's lining nearly the entire interior of the island. Drilling through that is going to set off some major collapses or explosions. And well, Conroy just had to study it with us, so he knows. And then Dorian had to learn somewhat about it because he got shot with a gold bullet.
And you see Thanatos react a little bit from that one. He seems a bit taken aback. Someone tried to shoot down Doran.
Yep. And then, God, how do you fucking pronounce Coach?
Tlaylock.
Laylock.
Yeah, Tlaylock? Yeah, because Tlaylock also did get slashed with a gold sword, so you know what, I might as well bring that to his attention too.
Mm-hmm.
That was when we first met Tlaylock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we first met Tlaylock, or Coach as they call him nickname-wise, well, he got slashed badly with a gold sword, but nothing that we couldn't exactly heal.
And you see his eyes widen a little. They managed to injure Tlaylock. That is unexpected.
Yeah, and these amounts of advancements all in the name of hatred, I mean, give a bit of a history lesson. I mean, the Nazis did a lot of, even for like the limited like amount of tech we had back then, and a lot of like other limited things we did, they made really good cars, they made more advanced weaponry. I mean, hell, they were apparently studying a lot of stuff supernatural-wise as well, to limited success, but that was still a thing on their radar for a lot of wacky reasons. And don't even get me started on the large majority of artifacts my team had to stop them from getting their hands on.
And you see Techno suddenly start babbling about something, and Thanatos is just listening. He is actually listing off all of the incidents that you are referring to, I believe.
Yep, seems like it. There's a lot of bullshit we had to deal with, and then there was a lot of the more glory days without any complications. I think the only artifact we had quite the trouble with, all in all, was the one that led to the downfall of us and made me ageless. It was honestly the most horrific and trauma-inducing day of our lives.
Techno says he does not remember that day very clearly, but he does know that if you walked away from it, then at least it was not a complete failure. The fact that you still walk, knowing full well that you carry a piece of each of us inside of you, means that we still live on within you.
And aside from explaining that update to you, well, I guess it was also nice just to have some closure to hear that, well, I'm not entirely a screw-up.
He says if you were that much of a screw-up as you believed yourself to be, he would have found a way to remove the sword from your person some time ago.
If fair. Speaking of which, Joseph will pull out the sword and let Techno examine it. Because it was shattered the last time he saw it.
Techno steps up and takes a closer look, and you can feel that he can physically interact with the blade somewhat, but clearly because he's a spirit, he cannot, interact with it directly in the same way that you or I could. And he is fascinated by the craftsmanship. And Thanatos looks down to Techno. I do believe the only one who could make a clean repair like that would be out again.
I especially offered my assistance during the forging process.
And he turns his head and looks at you. I am surprised to see that you walked out of there without becoming an urn full of ash.
What can I say? He's a hothead, but nothing I haven't handled before, and judging by how things looked and were, I say we had a bit of a silent truce between us as we got this done.
I can only assume he is not a calm man.
No, we learned that immediately on our first visits. The Marauders thought it'd be a good idea to piss him off.
Oh, I can only imagine that took some of the proverbial heat off of you.
Though he did yell at Ignis and basically trash-talked the sword he had prior and then gave him a new one.
That is quite rare. He does not normally just give that stuff away for free.
I guess seeing a low-quality sword may have offended him, and thus made him feel some kind of pity. I mean, there's a first time for everything, I guess.
And you see him just give a faint grimace. That does sound more like him. I assume that to mean that you have challenged him already.
Not yet. We've been less fighting the domain masters and more so, figuring out alternatives that would pique their interest. Though granted, you've been sort of a blank slate for us. I mean, you tend the graves, you're pretty chill, unless provoked. Don't exactly know a lot of what you'd be interested alternate challenge-wise.
And he gives us a faint smile. As much as I wish I could help you with that endeavor, I cannot tell you what we could possibly do. Others may be willing to, but I am abiding by the rules as strictly as I can.
Well, fair. I'm not expecting you to just give me something that you know you could probably beat us at or we'd have an advantage in. No, I primarily also did come here to maybe find some inspiration, idea-wise.
Well, I don't know how much inspiration you will find in a rock yard such as this, but you are welcome to try.
I mean, to tell you the truth, if me and my team have found a whole lot of inspiration and funny ideas at traversing spider-infested trenches before, so this wouldn't be the weirdest place to look in regards to that.
I see. Well, you are welcome to stay as long as you feel the need. If you need a place to rest, my home is your home.
And I'll try not to hold you up when it comes to tending this home.
Then I believe I will return to my duties now, if that is alright with you.
That is fine. I just need the time here for a bit.
Alright, well, at this point he's going to let go of your hand, and you will see Techno fade into the shadowy mists again as he resumes kneeling down to the gravestone and starting to reassemble it as best he can.
Alrighty. And Joseph will have a stroll around the Grey Domain to see if he can find anything that Thanatos would agree to. Maybe even relay it back to the others, if he does.
That's fine. Chimo's going to stick around with Thanatos for a little bit for obvious reasons, and you can just stroll around as much as you want. But to be perfectly honest, there's not a lot here. The only things that you can find that are of any interest are literally thousands of gravestones, a couple of sparse trees here and there, the thick fog of mist, the cathedral building that you went to for the funeral service, and the mausoleum that the gateway itself is attached to.
I think what I'll do is think outside the box on this one. I'm gonna get Chimo's attention. Hey Chimo, I was wondering something.
She turns to you.
That blessing you were giving, I know it's probably a wacky request, but trying to find inspiration for an alternative challenge and it got me thinking, what if the spirits lurking around here had some kind of idea as they've been around him the longest?
Okay, you know what? That is actually a pretty smart idea. I have to give you props for that one.
That is pretty big-brained.
Yes, it is. I can't even argue.
If we can't get any information out of the man himself, let's ask the people the man spends all the time around.
That's genius. Okay, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to have Chimo make an empathy roll to see if she can spot anything in the area that might be helpful to you.
The old trick of talk to dead people from the Sixth Sense.
Yep. Hot damn, you ended up getting a pretty decent roll. They gave you a 3.
Oh shit.
You see Chimo focus her hands upon her temples and strain her eyes a little bit, and you see all the fancy color in her eyes fade and turn to gray. And you see Chimo looking around at the various people in the mist that you cannot see, and apparently these people have been listening to your conversations regarding alternate challenges. And she's trying to understand what they're symbolizing. She says they're pointing back at the chapel for some reason. They want us to follow them.
Who can give the better sermon?
So do you follow? And Chimo takes off after them in a quick walk, which thankfully, because you guys are so close to it, it doesn't take you more than a minute to walk there if you follow her, of course.
I mean, I came up with this big brain play, I might as well see it through. Let's do this. Joseph is gonna follow and walk behind.
They take you back to the cathedral building, and you see Chimo say, check the side buildings. There is a building on each side of the cathedral, and they kind of look like modified shacks that are semi-attached to the cathedral building itself. When you guys first came here, you guys just went straight in the main door. You didn't even look into the other 2 buildings, so they're telling you that you might want to look at these. They might be helpful.
Honestly, I wonder that we missed these like we did when we first came here. Well, it wouldn't hurt to finally give it a check like it was intended.
Chimo suggests, well, let's each check one of the buildings.
That sounds fair. Gives us more ground to cover as well.
Alright, which building do you take, left or right?
You know what? We'll go into the left building.
Alright, when you open up the door to the left building, you see that it's a storage facility filled with instruments. A piano, violin, harp, flute, ceremonial drums, and the tools to repair all of them. The man's a musician.
Well, it looks like I found the alternative challenge. He is going to exit the building and make his way towards where Chimo would be.
Chimo is still in the doorway of the right-hand building, and when you approach, you see that it's just a warehouse with several sets of nice dress clothes in multiple sizes, a bunch of pine boxes in identical sizes, shovels, large slabs of stone, chisels, choir gowns, a wooden podium, a hair and makeup kit. This is basically his processing facility, for lack of a better term.
Well, I managed to find exactly what I was looking for. Aside from attending to the dead, he also attends to the rhythm and the songs, so I should definitely report this back to the others.
And Chimo agrees. I didn't find much, but at least we found something we can work with.
Joseph does notice something and does does once again kneel on the ground to get a closer look. What is this? It's incomplete, but it has my name on it.
Joseph has just found an incomplete gravestone lying on the ground with his first name on it.
I mean, I guess it makes sense if this is where everyone gets buried, then everyone has a gravestone, regardless of if they're dead yet. Your plot's already been reserved.
True, but bear in mind, his is the only one he found. He didn't find any for the others.
Oh, you know what that probably is meant to represent? It means you should be dead by now.
Could be.
Well, ain't that just cheeky and ominous? Laugh at the ageless dude, why don't you?
Oh, man. Well, it sounds like you found what you were looking for, more or less, and then some. So...
I am hinting at some foreshadowing, but Joseph will take his leave after that.
Alright, so you guys are gonna head back to the house now? Because I know Chimo's ready to go home.
Yep, I have everything I needed there. I talked to Techno, I had a really wholesome talk, and I found what we needed.
Awesome. Then we will have you guys head back to the house on foot, which will probably take you another 20 minutes to walk back to, and you'll meet up with everybody else who is already there. And as it happens, Barry pre-prepared sandwiches before he locked himself into his bedroom.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I didn't.
Yeah, because the idea was I wanted to make something that, you know, even if it took y'all a while to get home, was still good to eat if it wasn't hot and ready, you know?
Yes, because Barry just spent a couple of hours, is planning to spend the entire night in the bedroom going over Whitmore's findings. Now, at this moment in time, we do still have some extra time to work with, so what we're going to do is this. We're going to say that this is where day 8 is going to end. Everybody gets their food, everybody gets settled into bed, except for Barry, because he's going to be doing research for a good portion of the night. Thanks to his incredible roll, it won't be the entire night, but...
I got a 7.
Yeah, he rolled a 7 with with one of his last fate points of the day.
Me, who is still in the lead with a 10 roll.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously none of us is ever gonna top that.
I mean, even I'm still surprised, so don't worry about it.
Somehow I'm not, really.
Given what you are capable of, it doesn't surprise me a huge amount either, but that's probably going to start happening more often now, because now that you're level 5, you can boost some of your other abilities a bit and get higher rolls. And bear in mind, this is the last level up. We'll say that everybody got a bite to eat, everybody settled into bed who's able to settle into bed, and we'll go ahead and start into the morning of day 9, just because we're all here, and because I feel like that lead up is going to be interesting considering what Atlas knows and what Barry just learned. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is slowly but surely waking up, but I believe it would be fair to say that Barry is probably already awake.
Did I ever go to sleep is the question. Nobody will ever know.
Nope.
I mean, to be fair, that is kind of important to ask, because if I didn't go to sleep, I feel like my MP wouldn't refill, because I never rested.
We actually discussed this. You are at a point now, health-wise, to where you could get, like, half a night's sleep and still function. So I'm not going to penalize you for this. Not to mention you made a really good academics roll, which also works in your favor.
Bitch.
It's like those funny nights where you get 4 hours of sleep instead of 8, but you still feel pretty energized.
Basically,
still,
yes.
like, lock in the next day.
Now,
Anyone else ever have those? Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but like, anyone have those moments where it's like you have you have like 8 or 9 hours of sleep and feel like shit, but 3 or 4 hours it's just like, oh hi, I'm fine, I'm well rested.
Every day.
all the goddamn time.
Always tired.
ABC, always be cranky.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always sleepy.
That's literally what I tell people. Like, verbatim.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the start of day 9 then real quick, while we still have a little bit of time left to play with. Barry is most likely already awake, and I would assume, what, you're sitting in the living room surrounded by papers from Whitmore's findings, and you're just, like, stressed
I like
the
to
fuck
think
out?
I like to think everyone wakes up to me putting the coffee maker back in its designated place, because if you remember, I took it with me.
Yes. Yes.
So, like, I like to imagine whoever, quote, wakes up first, in air quotes, just sees me putting the coffee maker back into position.
Well, I knew you needed the morning coffee, but I didn't think you'd actually take it with you for most of the day yesterday.
When I was in college, I did a fair amount of all-nighters studying, and I know I need the caffeine to get me through that type of stuff. Barry's gonna start the coffee machine.
Thankfully, there's coffee left.
Yeah.
Alright, and around this time is when Chimo will probably wake up and stroll into the living room to take a look at Sunny.
Yeah, my eyes are probably, like, mildly bloodshot.
Yeah.
Joseph's just leaning up against the wall with his arms crossed. God, now that does remind me. I was at the Grey Domain yesterday, learned some things, and talked with Techno again. And you know, I should have asked him for the recipe for his tea back from when we were together, because, well, that shit always did help calm our nerves before a mission.
You mean Techno, not Thanatos. I was like, when did Thanatos ever make tea? I'm sorry.
It's fine.
That's Atlas being tired and confused.
It's fine.
No, but in case it wasn't, like, stupidly obvious with the, like, with like the rejuvenating tea talk and well the Chinese inspired sword. Yeah, that techno is of like Chinese descent.
We were talking about that earlier
We did.
because
Okay. I just wanted to like make sure. I didn't know if I've ever like detailed that or not.
Nah, you're fine. We picked up on it.
yeah.
And around this time, I suppose, is when Gregory picks himself up off the floor and Ignis wakes up and goes to the bathroom?
Yep.
Though while we are getting up and ready, I did also want to finally show you all something.
Yeah. What's up, Joseph? Barry's just like not even made eye contact. He's just staring at the coffee machine.
Well, he's gonna let Barry get his coffee, and then he's going to basically direct him and whoever's awake and available into the living room. Gregory
Barry doesn't pour a cup of coffee for anyone. He just takes the coffee pot like it's his mug.
To be fair, you're big enough to where that makes sense.
Yeah.
No. You need a coffee mug the size of Bugs Bunny's at the end of that one Looney Tunes episode from the modern days. The coffee cup is bigger than the coffee maker.
Oh yeah, the Looney Tunes show, which got canceled because, dude, it was such ahead of its time. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Well, he said one cup of coffee in the morning.
It's basically the coffee cup version of only a spoonful.
Only a spoonful. I love that shit so much.
Yeah.
Some interesting things happened in the Great Domain. I was trying to think of an alternative challenge for Thanatos, and let's just say that thanks to the blessing Chimo got, we were able to get some kind of hint from the long past that have been there for God knows how long. And it turns out he's quite the musical whiz. I feel like challenge-wise we could have a battle of the bands or something.
Does anyone here even know how to play an instrument?
You mean other than you?
Well, yeah, but
Or
Barry
like a
forgot
combo.
that. Well, yeah, but Barry's sleep deprived. He forgot that.
Fair.
Or and Joseph was actually about to bring that up. Or this could be another time for Barry to shine all by himself, as he is the instrument enthusiast after all.
I played fiddle a little bit growing up, and then I got a fiddle here, but we've been so busy I ain't even had no time to practice.
It also doesn't have strings.
It also don't have strings.
Well, we don't have to challenge Thanatos right away. That should give you ample time to learn from someone here on the island, because I'm
have strings.
Well, where would Cassius have gotten the fiber for that?
Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, that's so funny.
But yeah, you guys know there's a music store around that can probably help you with that, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, but it's so big, I'm gonna have to, like, get guitar strings.
Possibly. We can look into that later.
Yeah.
But,
And, well, aside from that idea, me and Shimo did split up to look for the two buildings that we missed, and I found the glorified musical warehouse on the left, and she found a whole bunch of other stuff on the right, but something didn't exactly feel all that right on the right.
well, yeah, the instruments were all on the left.
Shut up. I discovered an unfinished tombstone with my name on it. I mean, granted, it shouldn't be weird because, well, everyone who's been on this island will eventually get buried on this island, as per, well, tradition, but I didn't see any other tombstones with your names on them in preparation. It was just me.
Well, I mean, you are fairly old. Like, by all means, you should have passed of old age by now, and the only reason you ain't is because magical shenaniganery. Maybe it was preparations for something that just ain't come to pass yet. Biggest thing about Thanatos, if everyone that ever dies ends up in that graveyard, you should, you know?
As still, it's a bit ominous, even I'll admit.
Wait, well, I will say it is also a bit ominous, given now you're kind of double ageless, because, you know, there's all the stuff Akarui said, and then in Whitmore's findings about being ageless, you know, about how much your aging slows down when you visit the main masters, and how it slows down even further when You do the challenges. Barry's like having a hard time getting words out because he's tired. So the fact you have a gravestone we don't does kind of lead to some concern.
Well, I'm not exactly expecting to pass right away, not when there's still something that needs to be done. But that actually does allow me to transition to the next thing. Joseph will reach into his inner pocket, pull out his wallet, and place a photo on the coffee table in front of him. I know I've talked a bit about them, but I didn't exactly give you all that much detail to work with. And given that we're going to be working especially close during these trying times, I want you to meet what I have left of my old squad mates.
Yo, I didn't know you were friends with James McLeod.
God.
Like you cannot deny I'm not entirely wrong.
You know, at
Yeah,
some
he's-
point we might need to commission the artist who made all the character arts for this game, and see if he can give us like a professional grade version of that.
Yeah, because
was Slippy.
because I will admit my 2D art is a bit rough. It's been a while, so I've just been doing like 3D model stuff with what I can do.
That's fine. Honestly, all things considered, it's still a pretty good photo. It gives us what we need.
Yeah, it actually is quite nice.
Yeah, he will point to himself, aka, I will admit, the fucking Metal Gear Rising guy. Literally,
Yeah, a little
literally
bit.
behind Techno.
Yeah,
no,
it's
pretty clear
fine.
which one's you.
Anyway, this is Techno here, front and center. Short guy, but you should have seen him on the fields in those days. He prioritized a lot of wind magic to slice and dice Nazi bastards like sashimi. And then there's me and Laura behind him. And let me tell you, I gave a lot of descriptions about how she could be, but she was a take no shit from no one woman, and she had the fire air magic to back it up.
But all the ways you described her, I kind of expected her to be a little larger.
Oh, trust me, when it comes to badass Russian women, size don't matter. I mean, there was this one dude we were interrogating for info, and well, she proceeded to put his hand to his face and seared a good old hand mark into his left eye. That got him talking immediately. Like, you think I got hardcore with my interrogations? With her, if she was in my spot right now, you'd have to pray if they could even just live or speak afterwards. She was intense, to put it lightly. Then the big bruiser, built like you, Barry. That's good old Gene, the morale of the party. A heavy bruiser who dabbled in a lot of earth magic. Honestly, helped a real lot whenever we'd have to get out of a collapsing building in some missions. Which, honestly, if I had a penny for every time that happened, I'd probably be able to pay all of this year's rent. The masked-looking fella is Nathan, and well, long before we assembled the team, he has worn that mask to primarily hide a very grisly and traumatic scar. And the rabbit next to my wife, that's Marie, who dabbled in space magic, and well, you'd be surprised how efficient opening portals on top of Nazis is. Codename was Guillotine for a reason.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
And then the Dazzler himself, Quentin, who actually did live up to his name. Dazzling, kind of an asshole, but tolerable. And he also had a lot of light magic and was quite the sleight of hand enthusiast. You know, when you can surround yourself in light and appear translucent, pretty good for stealth missions and whatnot. Didn't help that he had a bit of an ego to his name.
You're like your own rendition of the Magnificent Seven.
Well, to say we were an ordinary team is an understatement. Actually, I wouldn't even have called us ordinary given the origins, but that's a story for another time. What I will say is, well, they were the best on the field, and you all reminded me a lot of them for these short few days. And I guess what's been gripping my mind the most is, well, I'm kind of just scared of events repeating themselves because of any fuck-ups that might occur on my end. Sorry, it's just... Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Joseph in character was just, like, detailing everyone.
Gregory has been looking at the picture, vacantly eating a sandwich, trying to remember if he's come across this people during his time.
You know, there is a distinct possibility you might have met some of these people.
Yeah,
that's
Gregory
what he
is
was
one of
thinking.
the rocks in the background.
Kind of.
He's just
Yeah,
in
no,
his
he was just
shell.
running around at the speed of sound across the entirety of Poland, getting shit done.
Right on. Okay, so who wants to go next?
Well, Ignis is just gonna take off their mask, but his mask gonna just reveal his I believe it was like now golden eyes. Yeah. Which well, we could like say like he was in the mirror, what he saw like that in the mirror, and well, just came down and then just like heard like the beginning of like the whole like Joseph telling his story, because I wanted him to be like present during all of that.
That is
course.
fair.
Yeah.
The island
Okay.
changes yet further.
Yep. So I have to come across this in the bathroom.
Oh. The island changes us yet further, I reckon.
Oh, you have a pimple right there.
Though I do have to wonder how much of a pain in the ass it has to be to pop a pimple with primarily scales around the face.
Hey, you tell me. I have perfect skin.
Well, you're a
Ignis
turtle.
just
That's kind of to be expected.
Yeah, Ignis just tilts his head in confusion.
Regardless, that's my old squad explained, and who you will be essentially replacing within my life for as long as we're on this island kicking marauder ass. And, well, I welcome it, even if all these wacky changes do occur. But yeah, Joseph is now in full ride or die mode with you all. Have fun.
Cool.
Have
Ew.
I guess that's me left, isn't it?
Seems like it.
Yep.
Well, I've got my own kind of speech to make. As y'all may or not be aware, I spent most of, the entirety of the night poring over, the research notes from Dr. Professor Whitmore that Akarui gave us. It gets a lot deeper than whatever y'all thinking it is.
Spit it out then. I ain't got a morning.
All right.
You really don't.
So Barry's just gonna walk them all to his room where he has gone full Pepe Sylvia. Just bits of notes scattered across the wall, strings connecting bits and pieces of information. Okay, so first and foremost, Dr. Professor Whitmore's whole shtick, his whole goal was infinite knowledge, or so he said. And I think he got there, but it's a kind of a what cost question. There's just a whole lot in here about the island, the way it functions, and he seems in the midst of this to have, in his own words, I believe, is right here on this page. He goes to like the other side of the room on this page right here. Rewrote himself out of the margins of Zeroth's rules or whatever, right? There's a lot of borderline disturbing things in here, frankly. Big alchemical experiments with the gold, and he had an assistant. That Calum was his assistant, which means we're going to need to talk to Calum about all this. Like Barry is like not in a frame of mind to articulate this because spoilers, Atlas is not necessarily going to be able to articulate everything. But basically, the whole long and short of it is there is an equation that Dr. Whitmore set out to solve, and there was this missing variable. The variable ended up being the gold medal. He and Calum created this 13-element potion, which Whitmore drank, which seems to have given Whitmore his goal of infinite knowledge. But then he, in Barry's opinion, seemed to have went mad and thinks that he now had, either whether it's true or not, he seems to think he gets to just completely ignore the rules of the universe that Zeroth put forward, but there is evidence to kind of support that. Barry...
Hold that thought for a second. Something in your eyes, I think.
I was about to bring that up. I love talking about the weird and absurd, and this is some juicy stuff to listen to, but Barry, are your eyes golden?
I mean,
Joseph-
Bloodshot
Joseph.
probably. Are they golden? I haven't been to the restroom in a while.
Joseph will pull out his flask and reflect Barry's reflection back at him with it.
And true to his word, your eyes are golden.
Oh.
I knew it.
I said it once, I'll say it again. The island changes us yet further.
I fixed my
It
back.
may not even be the island. It might just be something else entirely, but that's a whole different rabbit hole within the Dr. Professor Whitmore's findings.
Well, regardless, that's even more reason to complete what we started.
Oh, also, I think Barry, I as a player don't want to cut you off, but Barry kind of would in this moment because he's like a little manic.
Well, Joseph was practically finished, so go ahead.
It was like, oh, that's the other thing. I think, by piecing together bits of information here, there, and yonder, I think I know what the gold medal is, but I hope I'm wrong.
Go on.
Barry, I'm gonna assume Barry's room has a desk. Barry's gonna go to the desk and roll out a map of diadem. Circle around here. I want us to look at this map of diadem, right? So we have here the map of diadem. It's a big circle, and then all around it are portals to the domains, right?
Okay.
Arranged in a circle in various distances, the same distance apart from all the rest. Now, I want y'all to think back. Conroy confirmed to us that there is, in fact, a gold regalia that is a crown. And then there's this gold medal that goes throughout the entire island. I think the portals are the gems in Zeroth's crown. I think we're standing on the whole fucking regalia.
Makes enough sense to me.
And then, if Professor Whitmore's theory that he no longer has to abide by Zeroth's rule set that the universe functions by is correct, that makes the crooked cutlass now make sense, which I don't want to believe, but I don't really have much else to go on right now. Because, if I don't know, there's just a whole lot of stuff in here that I don't like. It has logical explanations, but I don't like the logical explanations. I also think that Whitmore is the Crooked King. If that wasn't implied.
I mean, there's so many random pieces connecting together for that conclusion, given what you've read over to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's if y'all can't also tell, my brain is just a wee bit scrambled, just a little bit. So it's kind of hard to articulate all these thoughts and knowledge, but yeah, let's say there was that. There was, I mentioned the equation. The missing variable in the equation was gold. He made mention of star charts, which was not literally charts of the stars, but a method by which he tracked all the information in the universe. And he said in his notes here, I believe it's this paper right here. Oh wait, no, this one next to it. Here we go. It's this one right here that says there's supposedly about 7 of them, and he completely mastered all the knowledge within the first 4. So whatever that means. And then there's also a lot of mention of Calum in here, so we should probably go talk to Calum. There's also a lot missing, and frankly, I think some of the stuff that might be missing is either with the Crooked King or with Calum. So we're gonna have to go talk to Calum about all this. There's a lot of very concerning, unsettling information.
I know Calum has no ill will or anything last we've seen, but a lot of the stuff that just seems to connect back to him, I feel like that is stuff we do have to actually get down to asking.
Yeah, I think that is agenda number 2 for today, since agenda number 1 is we have to go fight King Akarui. But honestly, if I had my way, Calum would be agenda number 1.
Well, we'll just have to remember that after the fight, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll keep it in mind.
Hey, so here's the deal of what I'm going to do for y'all as a player. So now that Barry knows all this information, and Barry has tried to articulate this information to y'all, I think I'm going to give you the Nashi. Should I give them the passcode now so they can see and read everything for themselves?
That is completely up to you. I cannot control what you do with this information.
I think now is the time.
And before we go to fight Akarui next session, and he just falls down on his face, and it's the easiest boss fight ever.
Oh, hardly.
Yeah, no, I fully expect that. I fully expect this to be harder than the beta campaign characters. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
We will see.
Oh, that being said, actually, we forgot to tell Raven about that. Raven, Caleb permanently debuffed Barry.
Oh God, what happened?
You
Hold on,
remember
yeah, what
during the fight with the beta campaign characters when Caleb, under the guise of, what was his name, Watashi, something like that? Umashi, I was close enough. When Caleb, under the guise of Umashi, inflicted a water weakness onto me.
Yeah, I remember him throwing a bunch of crap at you. How did
That
debuff you
that
permanent-
water weakness he inflicted upon me is permanent.
What the fuck?
I can't remove that ever.
No.
I mean, not unless you go to talk to him and have that as like a thing.
Well, yeah, I might actually ask him about that whenever we go visit him. But like, I now have a permanent weakness to water. It's mitigated by the fact I have a blue ring, so currently I'm neutral. But yeah, I now have the same weakness to water that Ignis has.
This man, this man loaded up Elden Ring and got a hug from the fucking deathbed maiden or whatever her name is, and got a permanent health debuff.
Oh no, I just went. No, I'm in Dark Souls 1 and I'm having to go through the depths.
Oh,
Past
yeah.
all the fucking basilisks that afflict death or cursed or whatever the debuff is.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we're at this point, is there anything else anyone wants to say or do before we call it a session? Because the next thing that's going to happen is you guys going straight down to the sports zone to meet Akarui.
Well, Joseph already did what he needed to do, so I'm fine.
Ignis, I guess Ignis could see Miranda, but I'm gonna say that
God,
for next
calm
session.
your cock down. Good God.
You know what? What we're going to do is at the start of the next session, we're going to say that you make a quick pit stop over there first.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got up pretty early in the morning, so you got time.
Yeah, plus she did say, she was gonna have it done by the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I thought this man was afraid of the Griffiness Dumpy. Like, what's happening here?
Well, as it happens, the sports zone and the Pink Domain Gateway are in the same district.
Funniest shit ever.
Well, the thing is, afterwards he has to discuss payment. I don't
Yeah,
think we want to be there when they discuss payment.
maybe.
We do not.
Miranda
he
might
is
want us
the-
all to be there. But I don't think any of the rest of us want to be there.
Yeah,
She's gonna
No.
want someone to record as Ignis dies from death by Snoo Snoo.
Dude, if I was playing any character, any other character,
Oh, if only.
I'm
No
so
thanks.
mad.
She's too young for me.
She was created near the beginning of the universe.
Shut your bitch ass up.
So was Gregory. He's old enough to be her her grandfather.
Not even close.
We're talking physiological age here.
All right, I guess we can go ahead and call the session to a close here, because what we're going to do when we first come back in a couple of weeks is we're going to go down to the Pink Domain so he can grab his new outfit, hopefully, and then we can have you guys meet up at the sports zone for your match with Akarui.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to make his grand entrance, and then he just falls down the stairs, Borderlands style, and that's just all of his health bar.
Oh my god. An old man, he is not.
That is Alice's character. There's not a chance in hell that that's not going to be a power move.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen some of the artwork of Akarui.
Uh-huh.
I didn't. At least
It's
I don't
pretty
think.
good. It's
It's
pretty
like the
good.
scene in
Thumbs up.
Baki where he's falling down the stairs and he's yawning because he finds it boring.
Imagine walking down the stairs, plebeians.
All right, well, let's go ahead and call the session here, because we got quite a bit accomplished, even though we did have a bit of a gap in the middle that we had to fill in until Joseph showed up, or Raven showed up.
Almost 3 hours.
Yeah, like I said, apologies. I will keep saying it. Don't tell me not to.
It's fine, man, we get it. Real life sucks sometimes.
Well, real life sucks all the time. That's why we play TTRPGs.
I guess.
Real as fuck.
In a
That's why I play
TTRPG,
TTRPGs.
in a TTRPG, I could roleplay as this big buff guy that fucks Miranda on the daily. It's so fucking poggers, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, to be
Get me
fair,
out of here.
if I had
Get
known
me
that was a
away from these
possibility
people, bro.
beforehand, then maybe. It still annoys me so much that both of the characters I play currently in TTRPGs are just old men virgins.
Dude,
Like in my other campaign, I literally got into a situation where it was gonna happen, but my character was too drunk and passed out. It's so bad.
Alright, well, I'd say now's a good place to end the session. We'll go ahead and call it here. I'll stop the recording, and we'll meet up again for your big fight in 2 weeks.
Yup.
This
Yippee!
feels like it should have been the final boss, yet here we are.
Well,
No,
to be
no,
fair,
he's only like the 13th boss.
there's a lot of possibilities that could have happened based on your performance.
so that's the beauty of TTRPGs. You can lay down the exact same story, but it's all up to the players to discern how shit gets railroaded or not.
That is true.
I know I sound like a broken record, but like, having Joseph, a fucking World War II veteran, has done a whole lot when it comes to like detailing, oh yeah, the Marauders are going down a very scary similar path, and I don't think we should let that happen.
Honestly, that has been pretty convenient for me. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording now. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
We're gonna kick
Bye.
that old man's ass so hard.